Hey, sorry guys. Actually, disconnected the live accidentally. Hold on one second. I got to set this piece up here. Yeah. Where's that at? Okay, good. One second. One second. YouTube Steve. One second, guys. Sorry. Content, live. There we go. On, save. Okay, good. Yeah, they both say live. Shoot. I need to. Do you see is the other one still going, babe? Did you comment in there saying we created another one? Yeah, thanks, babe. Yeah, I don't know how to kill that other one though. Ah, shoot. What's that? Hold on, we can go into that after. Yeah, sorry. Okay, yeah, my bad, guys. I was just seeing if I could somehow cancel that other one. Mary Rose is back there talking to me too. Sorry about that. I had went to click on Bohol and bring up the map, and I disconnected the stream with the wrong browser window, right? So my bad on that, guys. But what you got there, babe? What's that? It's the ads in your life. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you're all right. All right, I think we got it up and running here. My bad, guys. Sorry about that. Let me just make sure audio. Okay, good. That all looks good. Present. Share screen. Okay, cool. All right. Okay. I think we left off right where we're at. The Bohol. Yeah. So the cool thing about Bohol that I really like, it's again kind of like what I was sharing about here with Ormoc and this whole region. It's proximity to Cebu, which you got major hospitals, you got major airports. So really dig that. It's even closer. So you've got some Cebu, you got some ferry options here. I believe this city here has got a ferry option, and of course Tagbiliran has got some ferry options because you can go out to Panglao. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. I had disconnected as I was trying to bring up a map. Yeah, your discount code did work for the GPS system. Okay, yeah, the discount code did work for the GPS system. It was $47 off. Oh, that's handy, man. That's good. No, I'm glad. Yeah, yeah. It's and pretty inexpensive. I think it was whatever, 100 or so bucks with the discount code. So not bad. Yeah, I know. Sorry. Clicked the wrong button. Yeah, my bad, guys. Sorry about that. Dropped it right in the middle as I was, like I said, just jumping from the map. I chose the StreamYard web tab as the route to go to the map, and it, as soon as I went to the map, it went dead. Other one is dead. Okay, good. Yeah, Uniqlo is Japanese. Yeah, I'll never remember that. But I am a big fan of that shop. I freaking really dig that shop. I've got a bunch of clothing from them. Their shorts, shirts, and stuff. It's just easy because they're right here in the mall, and the sizing is fine too. I can get sizing for me. I know, right? The joys of technology. It was one of the things I would coach people about if they're ever looking to get into IT work. Because I did IT work for a while. It's like, look, the relationship you want to have towards problems is one of which where you're excited about. You don't want to have a reaction towards problems like, oh man, or another problem, or just chaos and upset and all that. You want to be like, all right, here's a puzzle that needs to be solved, and that's technology, and that's kind of how I embrace technology too. is that you kind of have to have a weird relationship towards problems. And I think most men, we're wired that way, as we like to fix, right? But yeah, discount code. Okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting too because I saw that order come in right away. So it was like, yeah, that was pretty wild. I'm glad, man, and I hope it works out. I love it. Like, and I love, so mine's wired to my ignition. So as soon as I turn on the bike, boom, it pops up. It syncs CarPlay. I've never had anything CarPlay before, so this was the first CarPlay device that I've owned, and I like how it syncs with my phone, and I can do the stuff. I can see my cell signal. I can see if I'm charging or not. So yeah, so just kind of, and then I can bring my phone off my handlebar, so it's not getting that vibration, right? Even though there are some new, like Quad Lock, which I've been running now for years, they have the vibration dampener that you can get with their mount system, which I think helps. But now I don't even have to worry about that. I can pull it right off the bike and put it in my tank bag and still charge it too. So yeah, I'm a big fan of kind of what it is. I wish the GPS would work though with more of a navigation system. Like, it still relies on your phone for navigation, which, you download your offload maps to Google and so on, right, for that. But I would like, one of the things I would like for it to do is for the GPS to kind of work with the maps. So that way, you've got really satellite navigation built in instead of cell kind of navigation. So like if you're out middle of remote anywhere, that was one of the things that I liked about my Garmin. I have the Garmin Zumo Moto XT, I think it is, but I couldn't get it to work in the Philippines. So I have a really nice sat nav system that I use in the States that I'm not currently using here. So yeah, if anyone knows how to get a Garmin GPS system working here in the Philippines, let me know. I've tried, whatever, downloaded the Philippines map from Garmin, and I just can't get it to upload. It's got nothing in it, so it's just unfortunate here. Excellent clothing for Uniqlo. Yeah, I'm a big fan. The sizing and all of it, it works well. It's a good option, and the quality is good. All right. Great traffic for riding. Yeah, great traffic for riding on Panglao. Yeah. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, Panglao, it's okay. It's a little flat for me. Like, I don't necessarily think it's super scenic, but I mean, as you're staying out here in your super touristy area, which is beautiful, it's still, what I like about this area too is it's not as touristy as like Boracay. So you can be out here, you can be on some nice beach, you can get some nice restaurants, but you can do some fun stuff. It doesn't feel like you're in, something super touristy. And then you can get over to do Napoleon Reef and some cool snorkeling, and then you can get out on the main island. You can do the fun stuff like the Targiers or the Chocolate Hills. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Bohol. I like it out there a lot. I think you did IT crowd joke. Turn it off and turn it on again. Yeah, I was just an idiot, and I chose the wrong tab in my browser to show you guys the map, and when I flipped it over, it killed the stream. So yeah, it was, as usual, user error. Like most IT problems, it's the operator. Yeah. Today, I think we got, I think we're going to cruise up, we want to do a ride. We talked about doing a ride out in the Philippines, so we'll probably do that. But yeah, probably do some riding. Are you cold back there? I can see you snuggling up back there in the blanket. What you doing? Yeah. Filipino laying on the couch, wrapping up in the blanket. I can't find anything from Japanese brands, as I'm a few sizes too big from them. Yeah, my nickname is Little Buddha because I'm short, round, my arse is on the ground. Yeah, the actual sizes here are pretty big. I'm in an extra large, so I'm not even a double extra large. And I'm kind of a stockier guy. I'm whatever, 5'10", I think 220 pounds. So, they got stuff that fits me. So but you're right. You know, bigger dudes will have some challenges finding clothes here in the Philippines for sure. And honestly, not only will you have challenges finding bigger clothes, you'll have challenges finding quality clothes. You know, you can get cheap stuff, but then you're struggling, right? You're struggling with cotton and struggling with the temperature and stuff. So you can find bigger sizes, but you want to they are here, but quality clothes I think is a challenge sometimes. And I think that's kind of goods and services in general. You can find things cheap, but they may not be the level of standard that you want. At least for me, I've always been the kind of guy that likes to buy high quality stuff and then have that last a lifetime versus buying something cheap and then replacing it a year down the road. You know what I mean? So, and that's kind of a little bit of the mindset here regarding the products is some things can be done a little bit cheap. So you just want to be careful around that. But Uniqlo, I'm finding you can get some good stuff there. Yes, my own Buntag amigo. Time to hit the road again with two wheels. This time my wife is hugging me on the back from Negros Island. Yeah, good for you, dude. Yeah, man. Oh, it looks like we got a little bit of a storm coming in, right? Let's pull up and not disconnect the live, but let's pull in the weather app here. Add the stage. We got some weather coming in we want to be mindful of, right? With the low pressure building off to the east. Yeah, pretty good storm here. It looks like it might hit. Yeah, there's Tuesday, local time. Looks like it might just hit just in time for me to go over to Bohol for the Mascara Festival. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So the big parade is on Sunday. So yeah, hopefully Sunday it's the storm has moved further north where it won't be a big of a deal. And then I'll probably head out on Monday down to Dumaguete. So I'll probably have some good weather when I go to leave there, but it might be a blustery couple of days for the Mascara Festival. Hopefully not. Hopefully I'm wrong. But yeah, man, I hope your riding goes well. I'll be riding around Negros here, you know, like late. Well, I'll be heading there on, I think it's Wednesday. So Wednesday morning. And then I'll be in Bacolod through, I think, Monday. And then Monday, I'm going to travel down to, like I said, Dumaguete. But yeah, man, hook up if you're around. Yes. I was wondering, what is your current average monthly expenses over the Philippines? I don't really track a lot of that stuff in detail. I really don't. I look at more like a yearly budget. I've never been a budget kind of guy, honestly. That conversation, I'm not. I find it kind of disempowering. So what I have a tendency I do is I look at yearly budgets, and then through the year I operate out of like scarcity, right? And so if I was to guess, you know, I don't know, in between 2,000 and 3,000 a month is kind of what I'm guessing my average spending is. So, you know, so yeah, it just kind of depends. Sometimes it's more if I'm traveling around or doing stuff. Sometimes it's less. You know, when I was here the first year, I think I was been here, I think it was below 2,000, but it's gotten higher as I've been here and traveled around and that kind of deal. So, but yeah, I'm not a big budget guy. I can do some budget stuff. I know that is popular content for people. It's just nothing I've done really. I think I've done like one budget video, and I've talked a little bit about on the lives, hit or miss. But I could do something like that. I could look and see what I'm spending. Yes, 5'2.5", around 280 pounds. But I look round. Wow, it's up to 6'2". Nice, man. Yeah, 96.0. What's that, man? I missed it. 96.0, 841. What's he talking about there, girl? Do you know? Oh, she's in her own world. You are going to Dramageddon? Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Just really, I'm gonna go on my way to. Let's see here, map. I'm gonna go on my way to. As I'm going to Mindanao, so I'll spend here, you know, whatever day or two, and I'll pop over to Lahug, and then I'll keep riding through. So really, what I'm doing is I'm just kind of taking the long way around back to Leyte from my time from Mascara Festival. So I'll spend that week here, and then I'll just take, like I said, a long way around to back to my apartment in Palmpon. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. But yeah, I'll be in. I will be in Dramageddon for a couple of days. You know, not too long, just a little bit. Just to kind of hang out, and then see if I can meet up with Paul and a couple guys that are there. That I chatted with before. Yeah, I would actually like to meet Gio too, if he's around, whatever. So actually, he did recent trip out to Bacolod and Iloilo too, and he talked a little bit about that Don Salvador region. So that was really kind of cool to see that. I appreciated seeing that, honestly, because it looks beautiful. Can't wait to see it. But yeah, I won't spend a lot of time in Dumaguete. Just enough time to kind of get around and kind of reset, maybe do some edits and stuff like that, and then kind of bounce out. See if I can, Mike and Janet are around. There's a bunch of people over there that I've met. Some nice girls in Bacolod. Yeah, Bacolod looks great. I'm a fan of Bacolod. I've recently met some great people from Bacolod. So yeah, I think it's one of those towns that has a lot to offer for people. I'm excited to see it firsthand. I think anytime you kind of get out of these big expat areas like Cebu City, Dumaguete for a little bit, but not really. But in particular, Cebu City and Manila, where there's a lot of expats. Yeah, I would also categorize Dumaguete. You just have a different experience. You have a different, I think you have the experience that we all kind of thought was there like 5-6 years ago. Like when I envisioned coming to the Philippines, these province areas, these other areas that are out there are kind of more in line with what I had envisioned. Just these really sweet people who are interested in us and that kind of deal. And Cebu, they're like, yeah, we've kind of lost our charm here in a lot of these cities, right? And it's some of that's just because of some of the folks that are coming over here being sexpats and stuff like that, right? So, but yeah, so when you get out of some of these regions that don't have the huge foreigner impact, you kind of get around a lot, more of these friendlier, the people that kind of what I was anticipating the Philippines would be like. So yeah, say hi to Ned for me. All right. I'll see if I can, I won't spend a lot of time there, but I do envision kind of being there for a couple of days while I get reset. In particular, it'd be nice to see Paul. It'd be nice to run into Paul if I'm able to, or, even Mike or Janet, it'd be cool to see those guys. Everyone, and like I said, Gio, but really I don't know a ton of people out there. And then of course, Chuck, who's who I've met before. It'd be good to run into him, some guys that are out there. I'll probably run out to Ground Zero and get some coffee, some breakfast. Yes, hey, thanks for, yeah, man. Yeah, no, you're fine. Yeah, so you were asking, I'm trying to remember. So one of the things I wanted to bring up to you too, though, is feel free to ask anything here in the lives. There really are, versus email. Just email is not a good platform for me to kind of do, because it's just you but a lot of times guys have the same questions, have the same issues and stuff. So anything you've got going on, it's really what I use these lives for. So ask away, really ask anything, because if you have the question, right, more than likely someone else is going to have the same question. So yeah, I don't remember the details of the email so much, but I do kind of remember it's like, yeah, you should have asked these in a live, and we kind of went over these, because it's easier for me to just kind of talk about it versus kind of taking the time and going through an email. I can't do that for everybody, but I appreciate you being here and watching and stuff like that. And if there is any other questions that you have, if I didn't answer it fully, definitely ask now, right? Ask me and let me know what you got going on. Dave, what's up, man? Yes, American guy kidnapped in Mindanao. There's a lot of videos out on that from all the vloggers, right? Parts of Mindanao are good. BDO, CDO is good. Yeah, Butuan and CDO is good. Not too Muslim. Davao, Genesee, Mountain region, Muslim is boring. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to that. I'm gonna stick to that northern region of this northern region here of Mindanao. So I'm not gonna venture down into the Zamboanga Peninsula or Zulu Islands, of course. Those are bad areas. Of course, Marawi City is another one that's listed on the United States government travel to a place to avoid. So unfortunately, I will be in close proximity through there as I go through Iligan over to CDO. But yeah, I definitely will be just kind of hugging this northern coast and really excited about that. And, you know, I've thought about you and your, you know, talking about your experiences with northern Mindanao. So I'm excited, man. I can't wait to check it out. I can't wait to see it firsthand. There's only one strip bar. The Aussie owns it. Okay, in Dumaguete. Dude, the strip bars here are really different than the United States. You know, not that I've been to a ton in both, but they're not at all kind of like the ones in the U.S. You know, they're weird. Yeah, they're really different. Was up in some in Makati and BGC one time. Yeah, they're just kind of boring. It's like, what's going on here? What's this about? You know, and here in Cebu City, I don't even think they have any. You know, I don't think they have any kind of like strip. You know what? There might be one over off of what's that, Mango Avenue, or it's actually called General Maximus Avenue or something like that. There might be a couple over there, but they're really different here. They're not at all like United States. The girls don't really dance, and you know, they're just, yeah, they're kind of boring. I mean, I kind of found them boring in the United States too, but you know, admittedly, I'd been. But here they're really not around in Cebu City at all. They really kind of shut a lot of that down, I think, during the pandemic. The local government too is kind of against a lot of that. So they you know, if you go out to Angeles City, that is where a lot of those businesses are at. But here in Cebu, even in Manila, I think there are more like clubs, like just kind of techno or dance clubs that are out there. Yes, the full package I get, and the entire vibe is getting tarnished. Yes, the full package I get, it and the entire vibe is getting tarnished. What are we talking about, brother? I can't remember. Oh, in Bacolod. Oh, yeah, about expats. I got you. You're right, man. Yeah, we just got to be careful, man. I just, and then I see it because I see it, you know, like other channels and kind of what they're promoting and lifestyles that they're promoting and stuff like that. And, you know, whatever, man, teach their own and do your thing. But I do see as, you know, kind of, you know, as someone who watched vlogs before moving out here and kind of getting what it was back then, you know, with like Rike and Gio and, you know, what the Philippines life was like pre-pandemic and kind of what it is now. And then what I see, you know, in certain areas like here, and then honestly in Iloilo and some of these other areas where we're really not doing ourselves any favors by, and it's not a lot of guys, and I'm not saying all the guys, but some of these guys that are come over here with not the best intentions and just doing, you know, whatever, man. It's just, I do see it hurting us as foreigners. They are welcome to us, but you know, Mary Rose didn't even want to kind of hang out initially, just because, you know, we have a reputation of being sexpats. You know, we have that reputation of taking advantage of girls and not having the best of intentions. So, you know, whatever, man. I just would like for people, if that's kind of what their goal is, and I get it, right? You're coming from the United States, you haven't dated in years, 5 years for me, you know, but go to like Angeles City, go to Thailand and go to Pattaya. You know, I don't go out the middle of these provinces and try to see how many girls you can date, or just travel around from city to city to, you know, sleep with 2 girls in the city and leave, and you know, that kind of deal. It's just, that's where we're starting to get ourselves, and I think in some of this trouble out here and tarnishing our reputation, because it's just it's changing. It really is. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Still, we must remain positive and look between the cracks using our previous experiences. Sure. Yep. Next live stream, Beverly Hills, California. All right. I'm down, man. Well, I don't know, man. I like it out here in the Philippines. You know, maybe, you know, I don't know. If I'm looking to go somewhere else outside this country, you know, I want to travel more Southeast Asia. I'd like to go to, you know, Thailand, Cambodia is big on my list. I like to go out there, and then, you know, whatever, Japan, Singapore, Malaysia, you know, Jakarta. You know, there's a lot of regions here. I'd like to go down to Australia. You know, this whole region looks, you know, part of the world. I've been to mainland China in the early 2000s, but yeah, you know, lots of places to go. United States, I do need to go back in May, but to the United States. But I think I'm done living in that part of the world. I really am. I see living in this region the rest of my life. whether it be the Philippines or whether it be, whatever, any of this area of the world, Cambodia, Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, all of that, right? Malaysia. So yeah, in Bacolod, we're tarnishing it. I know it, man. In a lot of places, I bet many strip bars in the provinces have fat women dancing on stage, almost like TikTok dancing. Yeah. Yeah, it's really wild, man. And that was kind of the thing that I've seen too. It's just really uninspired dancing. It's, I mean, I think I could dance a little more seductive even, right? It's just like no energy. It's just like, oh, let's get out of here, man. This is kind of ridiculous. Yeah. Danny Danker. Hey, Chris, I've been watching your live lately. I have plans on making a podcast or some cinematic editing. Feel free to hit me up. I'm from Talisay, but I go to Bohol from time to time. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah, absolutely. I would love to. Yeah, I'm really doing a lot. Well, I've been doing lives. It's been a pretty regular part of my channel kind of since I've been doing it. And I do love the lives, honestly, a lot. I love the interaction. I love the questions, that kind of deal. I get a lot out of them myself. But yeah, man, I would be down to talking about either how I can improve or ideas that you have around that. Absolutely, man. I'd be down. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. No, I really do. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. And I would, definitely be open to talk about ideas that you have around that. I do. I really enjoy the lives, honestly. I think we learn, as someone who's looking to come over here, the lives for me were incredibly valuable, very valuable because of that. People could ask questions, sometimes things that I didn't even think of before I came out here. So, but yeah, man. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I've a pretty, also too, I have a pretty like straightforward, I don't know about straightforward, but I have a pretty direct way of looking at life, right? Like I try not to look through like a judge and assess, even, you talk about guys like David Bond and, we talked a lot about, going to Angeles City. I don't even drink alcohol anymore, right? Now, these are things that I don't do, but I don't necessarily, and I don't agree with that, but I don't condone or, there's some things I do, like traveling around dating teenage girls I get upset about just because I've got a teenage daughter. But for the most part, I try to look from a filter of no such thing as like right or wrong. Like I try to keep morality out of it and look at like what it is. And it's hard a lot. Like even if I look at this whole, traveling around dating teenage girls thing, because let's be honest, right? Dating an 18 or 19-year-old while legally right, it's legally right. And yet I have like a judgment about guys who do that. You know what I'm saying? So I try to let that go as much as I can. But it's hard sometimes. It's hard not to have that judgment and just take it for what it is. Technically they're not breaking any law, but I do see that type of behavior kind of gives us a bad rap, especially when you're talking about like these, guys in their 40s and 50s kind of doing that kind of stuff, right? And just taking advantage of some of the innocence that's there. So again, I try to leave that out as much as possible, but it is a challenge for me. It really is. Yeah, a lot of Thai guys coming over. Okay. Yeah, and that could be because of the visa situation, right? As far as it's easier here than there. Although, guys, the visa situation is changing here. It really, really is. It's not the same when I first got here. It's just not. You've got where the Bureau of Immigration is looking more at, hey, are you on the right visa? It's not like they're kicking us out or any of that, but they're really starting to have that stuff with these inquiries of, you know what, you've been here for a while, maybe you should hop on a retirement visa. I see that coming down as I talk more and more about people who are in the industry, who are in the immigration and visa industry. It's coming. Yeah, we'll see it. I think a lot. And hopefully they adapt their visas and make them a little more, because right now for me there really isn't a good visa, and I think a lot of us fit in that bracket. We want to be on the tourist visa because it's simple, it's cost effective, and that. So I hope something opens up. Yeah. CDO, pretty near Marawi, but has a fun vibe. Seems totally safe. I just don't like it because of the traffic. Yeah, dude, you're fine, Dave. Yeah, I can't wait to check out CDO. You know, let me get over there. Yeah, CDO looks great. I'm a fan. That was one of the cities. Well, it's 9 o'clock. It was one of the cities that I looked at initially to kind of move to, but it was a little bit too like, you know, I think like CDO, I think Ilo, I think some of these cities are really good, like second cities. You get here, you get yourself established, you get set up, and then maybe branch out to one of these other cities, right? And I think CDO is similar to that, you know, where you can branch out to. I just realized something too. I wanted to check out, you know, what's the population POPU of CDO Philippines. Yeah. So let's kind of look at the output. The population of CDO Philippines is approximately 728,000. Wow, a lot bigger than I thought. According to the 2020 census, CDO is a highly urbanized city in northern Mindanao, also known for being a regional center and the gateway to the region. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. So 728,000. Yeah. Tell me more about CDO. Yeah. I wonder if, can I pop that out? No. Yeah, really, really cool, guys. So this is what I love about ChatGPT. It's just, guys, it's phenomenal. This is what I go into, right? Boom, it pumps. So I don't know if I can show you this. Yeah, let me take a look and see if I can present this screen. Because I'm telling you guys, if you're not currently kicking with AI, you really want, I invite you. I really do. I think it's just so powerful. So powerful. It's like Google without the ads. It's like Google, but it's also personalized, right? Just so powerful. Let me see if I can I present? 1 second. Stop share. See if I can present without disconnecting the live, right? 1 second, guys. Present, share screen. It's not a screen. How about a window? Yeah, it's not there either. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Chrome tab. It's not a tab. Anyways, I wanted to share that. I'll look to that in future future streams, because I'd love to share with you this output of ChatGPT that I just got on that. Yeah. It's just it's phenomenal, right? And then I go in and I said, tell me more about CDO. Yeah, CDO. Yeah, City of Golden Friendships. Interesting. I've never heard of it called that before. Yeah. Oh, cool. Here, you know what? I'll copy. This is probably too much to copy in an output. Yeah, economy, thriving business trade. CDO is one of Mindanao's economic hubs. Agriculture, retail, manufacturing, tourism. Yep, tourism is known for it's got whitewater rafting, nature and adventure sports, historical sites. Okay, cultural and festivals. It's got a CDO primary festival is the Keg Guy On Festival, celebrated every August in honor of St. Augustine. Okay, so, I mean, just man, it's just highly recommend it. Yep, climate, talks about the climate, less prone to typhoons compared to other areas because it's that southern region. Yeah, the future developments, the city continues to grow and ongoing developments of infrastructure such as road expansions, bridges, and commercial complexes, making it an area for investment and tourism. In summary, CDO is a thriving, vibrant city known for its hospitality, economic growth, natural beauty, and adventure activities, making it a key destination in northern Mindanao. So yeah, really big fan of CDO. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Yes. Oh, hey, Michael. Yeah, what's up, man? My own Buntang. How are you? Yes, hope all is going well with you. Thanks for the contribution. And yeah, so this guy, if you don't know, he's offering some insurance, I think through what's that, Pacific Cross, or yeah, he's got some medical stuff, some medical insurance that we're all looking for as we move here. So reach out to him. I have some news for you. We're actually I'm looking to partner too with a guy here who we're also too looking to provide similar services. So congratulations to you and to my audience. More information on that coming. But thank you, sir. I appreciate it. But yeah, exciting times, man. Exciting times as I looking to set up a business here in the Philippines. So, woo. One of the reasons that happened for me around creating a business was the visa situation, and getting a business visa, setting up a corporation, setting up a business visa is something that kind of solves that problem. As well as I looked at services that I'm providing currently for people that really have value, and relocation services, real estate, medical, all that is just right there. So I'm excited, man. But yeah, thank you, Michael, and I hope all is well with you. I saw a recent post where you had a phenomenal turnout, I think, in your last meetup. So congratulations. Cheap and easy flights to other Asian countries, and I can't believe Chris doesn't do every other month. Yes, it's refreshing to go to a developing country. Exciting always to return to the Philippines. Well, Dave, a lot of it too has just been time. I mean, I just find that I've got so much going on here that it's really hard to kind of get out and see other places, and I'm really, dedicated to kind of growing the channel as well as kind of touring around. And and I feel like, Dave, it's just taken me forever to get where I'm at now, with the motorcycle. And, I feel like these next couple of weeks have taken years to kind of grow, as, getting the right touring bike where I can actually tour on, where I'm comfortable and I'm riding. That's taken the majority of the time, and being in a relationship now where I've actually have the time and the ability to do kind of some of this stuff. So yeah, I do intend on getting out to some other countries. It's taking a little bit of time to kind of really get myself set up in the Philippines, kind of to do what I want to do. So, but yeah, I plan on it. Dylan, so you think it's a good idea to use a smart eSIM and just have one phone? Since my first trip to the Philippines, I'll be there for 2 months only. What I would do, should be able to get a Globe SIM when you get here. I don't know about an eSIM though. But a physical, if your phone's got a physical SIM slot, yeah, I would, when you get here, I would get either Globe or Smart, and then yeah, that's how I would do it for a couple months. I mean, I guess it depends on your service, like what kind of travel service you have. It is kind of a short period of time where but you could do it. You could do it if you wanted. Yeah, just get a local SIM. It'll be, if your travel service is expensive on your current provider, getting a local service here will be, pretty cheap. Whatever, 16, 50, less than $50 a month for really an all-inclusive cell phone. I think I pay like 30 something a month for more data than I could possibly use. So, but yeah, I would, if you get a local SIM if you want, or if your local company doesn't provide, a feasible option. I know when I was with, I think it was T-Mobile, their travel plan was like, I think it was like $10 a day. So yeah, you could do better with a local SIM, right? In that instance. Yes. How old is my current girlfriend? She's back there wiping her head. She is 16. No, she's 21. I know, right? I know. Buwang kayo? No, she's 21. She's a last year in college. She's finishing up that. Yeah, she's 21. Sweet girl. Birthday's in March, so she'll be 22 here in a couple months, right? But yeah, sweet girl. We actually met on Tinder. So we met on an online dating app, Tinder. So Tinder is a great option. You get out of the cities too. It's not so much a hookup app. Here in the city, it's hookup app. You can still meet great girls. But I did some videos on the dating stuff. Invite you guys to check them out. I think they're spot on. I talk about Tinder. I talk about Facebook dating and Bumble. But yeah, but she's 21. We met in Palawan as I was staying in Palawan. I was actually there for a wedding from Jack and Sheila. They were out there. Shout out to you guys. Hope you guys are both well. But yeah, I was there for a wedding, and I was, single and traveling around. And I was like, you know what? Let me see see what province dating is like. And, you know, when I was up in Billy Ron, I kind of started a little bit there, but then kind of moved down to Balampan. I was like, all right. So we met there and we've been dating ever since. And what has it been? 6 months now, girl? Just over 6 months that we've been dating. So it's really great. And I like that style. Again, 7 months, 6.5, whatever. I like that dating style. And again, not to be judging or any of that kind of stuff, but I like the kind of dating style where I meet a girl, I get to know her and that kind of deal. For me, dating around a bunch of different girls, like I've met guys who, you know, they've got 5 different girls a week, right? You know, and again, you're right, to each their own. But for me, that kind of dating style is just exhausting. I would not want to be in that type of situation where I'm, you know, this day I'm dating this girl and 2 days later I'm dating this girl, and you know, so anyways, but yeah, that's a rundown on Mary Rose. There are some reasons why expats date younger girls. Has a lot to do with less trouble and not having kids already. Yeah, and some of that too, expat crap. I love it. Is that that's just what's available, you know. Somebody brought this up to my attention before, where you know a lot of the women that are our age aren't really available for dating. They've been married and there's no divorce here, so technically, legally, they're not able to date, or they are married, even if they, you know, whatever, they're in a relationship, you know. So the overwhelming population demographic that is there to date is a younger Filipina, and they, unlike the West, they don't have any objection to dating a foreigner, an older foreigner. And in fact, every Filipina that I've talked to, they want to date an older guy. Now, do they want to date a guy who's in his 70s and 80s or whatever? Not necessarily. Do they want to date a guy who's, you know, 3 times older than them? Not necessarily, no, but they're also not against it. They're more about looking at who you are as a person or an individual than your age. So I really like that about the culture here. But yeah, so a lot of that I think is just availability, and that these girls they're wanting to date us. And for us as a foreigner, we're almost like, wow, what's up with this, right? We've got, you know, a 20-year-old college girl who's interested in dating us. Yeah, sure, I'll do that, right? Okay. You know, especially when we're coming from a space where, like for me, when I was divorced, I hadn't dated in like 5 years, you know, let alone a beautiful, you know, girl like Mary Rose who's interested. Yeah, I mean, just come on, right? That's just, she's over there smiling. Me beautiful. So yeah, but you know, and there are a lot of the younger girls with kids and stuff like that. So, but you can filter out, like in your searches and stuff like that, girls who don't have kids or whatever, you know. But yeah, the dating here is very different than in the West. You know, complete 180. We and that's one of the things new guys here really have to, and myself too. You really have to kind of realize is that, you know, you're in a place of abundance. You don't have to like settle for somebody who's really not aligned with you. You know, you really don't. I'd gotten in relationships early on where I was with somebody who I wasn't really aligned with at all, and they weren't with me, right? Both better off being our own direction, you know. So, but when you get into those relationships, especially early on, you want to be really good at removing yourself from a situation that does not work, you know, and not staying with it, not sticking it out, not trying to make it work, but just looking at, all right, you know what, this is not a good alignment. I'm going to move on. And that was one of the mistakes that I see a lot of guys make, including myself, with the dating here. Is just not being, you get stuck in this, wow, I'm with this young, beautiful woman who wants to be with me. And you know what, why would I leave? You know, you kind of get stuck in that mentality, and just invite us to kind of look at that differently, right? If something goes wrong with an older Filipino, they can call you larger. Well, you can get in large messes with younger ones too. I've had knives pull on me. I've had, you know, people say untrue things about me, you know, and that was all from younger ones. So the age has no bearing on that. What you want to understand about this kind of deal is it's a saving face culture. So they're going to do everything they can to protect their reputation. So in your breakups with younger or older or any of that, you want to be mindful of the saving face culture that is here, and do whatever you can, including getting on YouTube and not saying stuff like I just did about past relationships, because you can guarantee they're going to be spinning it around, right? Good morning, host. Oh, Loveland, Filipina in the Philippines. Yes. Hey, how are you? Yes, my Mbunta. Magandang umaga. Good morning. I hope you're good there. Oh, too funny. I get myself in trouble a lot. Good thing about CDO is that motorcycle tax is legal. Unlike Davao City, I still prefer Batuan because no traffic, two big nice malls. I will be in Batuan. I will be up through there because like I'm traveling all through. You know what? Let's add this on here. Oh, too funny. Present, share screen, Google Maps, share. All right. Yes, I will be up through Batuan City too. So for those who don't know, right up the street from CDO is Batuan. And then, yeah, I'm excited to check that out. Actually, I think I know a guy who has a resort out there. So I'm going to see if he wants me to shoot any videos from there or not. But yeah, I'm excited to check it out too. I'm the fellow who sent you a picture of my Harley. Yes. And prospecting the shot with my Filipina missus. Okay. All right. Yeah, good, man. Yeah. And that might have been what I was referring to as far as something we could talk about here, which is the types of motorcycles that are good, with Harleys kind of being, one, they're a lot more expensive here because they got to be imported, and two, they're just kind of big and bulky. I did see a Harley, I think it was yesterday, coming down Trans Central Highway. So they are around, but they're not nearly as abundant as other bikes simply because of the practical nature of that bike. They're not as practical as like either a scooter or even just a smaller CC displacement bike, because they're lighter, more agile, and you don't really get up to higher speeds. But yeah. Kevin, Venture, I think we need to embrace AI. The genie is out of the bottle and there's no putting it back. Speaking of, I wrote songs for everyone with AI's help. Were you able to play the song I sent to you? I'll look at that, Kevin. I don't recall. I'll look at that. Off the top of my head, I don't recall the message that you're seeing, but I'll look for that. And I am with you. I think there's been, for me, my experience of AI is so far, it seemed like the media is spinning it as a big fear thing. That's kind of what I'm like. I see this like Y2K, right? For those who maybe have been around the early 2000s, all of us remember the Y2K bug and all the crap that was around that and the fear. I see a similar regarding that, where there's just all this fear around it, and that was until I started looking for myself and be like, all right, what's this about? And I absolutely love it, man. I love it. It has replaced Google for me, and in a more effective way. And I've taught it about myself. Like I've said, hey, these are things that about me. Like, riding around in the Philippines, I have this motorcycle, and it's just been phenomenal. The output that I got regarding Bohol, it gave me ferry times. It talked about my trip. It talked about road conditions. I mean, it was just spectacular. Nothing. I mean, I could have got all that from Google, but the amount of time that it would have taken me to get all that information in a matter of seconds that I got was it was unbelievable. Huge fan. Yeah, huge fan. Yeah, and in the latest video, I was like, all right, yeah, write me a 1-paragraph description on the ADV 160 that's SEO optimized that I can put in my video. Done. Seconds. All right, cool. This looks great. Yeah, tell me about the ADV 160 brakes and how does that work? Boom, spit it out. I put it in my video. Right now, granted, you want to proof it and check it out. So it's just like the internet. It's connected to the internet. So it's just like Google, where you have to make sure that it's valid. But I invite you guys really to kind of take a look. And some things you don't want to do. Obviously you don't want to put in personal information. You don't want to put in credit card information. You don't want to put in social security information like that. But just teaching it about you, like, hey, this is who I am. These are my interests. What you could do is type in, when you get in there, you can type in, remember me. Remember this about me. Remember that I'm 53 years old. I'm about ready to turn 54. Remember that I like traveling around the Philippines by motorcycle, and I like seeing mountainous roads that are on coast that have beautiful coastal views. Remember, just whatever, right? Remember things, and then it starts to learn who you are and in that way. And then when you're doing these searches about things, it remembers that and then gives that information to you based on that perspective. I mean, come on, man. That is absolutely powerful. That is so incredible. Medical stuff, legal stuff. You know, as I'm looking to open up my riding tour company, you know what? Give me a liability document that I could have my customer sign, so that way I don't get sued if they hurt or kill themselves. Boom, seconds, done. No attorney, none of that crap, right? I mean, just so incredibly powerful. Or like today, you know, I was writing a response back to a guy that I wanted to make sure was thought out, that wasn't any of that. I was like, you know what? Can you analyze my writing to make sure that the tone is okay? Boom, seconds. It actually modified my paragraph that I wrote back and said, hey, you know what? We've set the tone so it's less aggressive. And we've also corrected these grammatical errors. And boom, done, like within seconds. I just, huge fan of AI. And I really do invite you guys, because and one of the things that they compare it to is like how the steam engine, right, changed stuff. How the wheel changed our life as human beings. It really did, right? I know we're going way back, but this is one of those technologies that is life changing. And I think the sooner that we kind of get on that bandwagon, the better, right? I just really do. I invite you guys all to kind of look at it and see how it can help you out, because I'm amazed. I'm no kidding. It was like 1 a.m. where I'm like, wow, I just kept asking it questions and just kind of getting all this information. It was phenomenal. And with Chat GPT, you can, I sign up for a premium service. It's $20 a month. So really I just keep spitting it stuff and asking it questions. And then I love it. Now, it's not the only one out there, and I don't know much about the other ones. This is really a new journey for me, but I'm absolutely loving it. And it's right up my alley of who I was, right? Like, IT professional for 20 years, you know, doing support. So yeah, just a big fan, big fan, and really invite you all to kind of check it out. Do you have recommendations for SIM cards and other call data? Yeah, I would go, I use Globe. I like Globe. Globe is a really good service here in Cebu. And also Smart. What do you call those guys? I can't remember, but it's Smart. Globe and Smart are the two that I would recommend. And I actually do have both. My iPad, I have a Smart SIM, and on my cell phone, I have a Globe SIM. Either one, and you're good. Yeah. Watching from Palisades, Cebu. Oh, nice, man. Nice. Hope you're good. Hope all is well. If she is 21-year-old, then I don't understand your previous comments. She dated the same age as we do. If she is 20, then I do not understand your previous comment, as you date same age if we do. You're saying dating a 50-year-old girl here in the Philippines is almost impossible. It is, man. It's almost impossible. You can't. They're just not around. Yeah. They're just, I get to see or been approached by any woman my own age. And look, I don't really care. I really don't. I don't. I don't really have a ageism or gender gender, yeah, but I don't have any kind of age discrimination towards that, or really any kind of skin color or race or any of that stuff. I just really, I'm after in a relationship. I just want sweet, kind, generous, that kind of deal. I really don't care. Mary Rose and I met because of the dating service that I was on, but it is actually the abundance of women that you're going to meet are in the 20s and 30s, and most men. I've actually did some videos on that too, where we talk and ask about that. None of us have ever been approached or by women our own age. Yeah, we are the same. So yeah. Insane living, the best life. Yeah, no, these are my best years. Now, whether or not they'll be your best years, it's hard to tell. But for me, you know, I think freedom too from corporate America. Like, look, if you watched my earlier video, like why I moved to the Philippines, a hate culture to happiness kind of deal, that is the main reason why I came here. You know, I just was done with what I describe as a hate culture in the West. I just was done with it. I couldn't do it another day. And I just really wanted to surround myself with happier, friendly people. So yeah, man, these really are, and I've succeeded in that. I've accomplished that. I love being out here. I love traveling around. That's kind of too why I like getting out of Cebu in some of these other province areas, because you get more of that happy experience. I mean, foreigners are excited, they're excited to see foreigners. They're like, hey, Joe, how are you? And, big smiley face and that kind of deal. I love that. I love being around happy, friendly people. And so for me, yeah, definitely living my best years without a doubt. Yeah. Oh, man. Thanks, brother. Salamat kayo. I really do. I appreciate it. Look, this channel is free for people to watch, and it's not free to make. So I appreciate it. Salamat kayo. Yeah. Thank you so much. Jeff, date too many at one time, and one day you might find yourself, getting split like a pineapple. That's right. Dude, these girls, look, I think there's something that people talk about with Filipinas that they're submissive. I don't necessarily think that is completely accurate. They're kind of fiery. So another thing that people say is they're the Asian Latinas, and I think that's actually more accurate. They're fiery. They really are, and you don't want to get really on the wrong side. Yes, so I'm with you. But another thing that I think somebody has said too recently that I think is spot on, like in relationships in general, is they're more cooperative. That to me, I think, was something that described it well. You're around a more cooperative partner. You're not someone who's trying to combat you, to be better than you, to try to prove themselves to you about anything. They just want to be with you, right? They're cooperative. They want a relationship, that kind of deal. That would be the one way that I think is spot on as far as a description. But yeah, no, you're right, man. They're saving face. Big deal. Big deal. Yes. Hello, everyone watching from Palisades, Cebu. Yes. Good morning. Oh, yeah. Yeah. AI make things up, so be careful. Yeah, no, I think that's like anything you search out there, right? Anything you search out, whether it be Google, whether it be whatever, right? You have to verify. You have to make sure, for sure. But to me, the output is so amazing. Gosh, can I share this screen? Can I share it? Yeah, I should be able to share that, right? Let's share this. Let's see, because this is to me what really makes it. Yeah. Stop present. Stop screen. Present. Share screen. Window. Chat GBT. Share. All right. So this to me is what makes the difference. If you look here at the top, I look at what's the population of CDO Philippines, and boom, I get this output. I mean, it's right there. I don't have to click on a link. Am I sharing that? Yeah, okay, good. I don't have to click on a link. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to look through 4 different ads. I get the answer to the question that I'm looking for right there. I get it. All right, well, tell me more about CDO. And then it goes into this, whole write-up about CDO. Again, I don't have to go through any other things. I don't have to click on any other links. I don't have to accidentally click on an ad or a sponsorship. This is what I love about that. Yeah, writing review request. Yeah. So one of the things I asked it too, one of the challenges of motovlogging is showing the steepness of the terrain. How can I film a video that shows the steepness? And boom, right there, I get what I'm looking for, right? Yeah, it gives me 7, 8, whatever, 7 different topics. SEO optimization video titles. So for those in the YouTube, look at this, right? I go up, I said, are you able to analyze a video for me and give me 3 video title ideas that are SEO optimized? And then I basically tell it, I'm like, look, I'm doing a rider review of the Honda ADV 160. It's my 3rd ride. I talk about the practical nature of bike for the Philippines. And then boom, here's 3 video ideas, video titles that are SEO optimized for YouTube. Right there. Yeah, here you go. Can you also write 1 paragraph video description? Boom, there it is. And if you look at my video, there it is. And then I was like, all right, how about a thumbnail for the video? Now, granted, I had to modify this thumbnail because it wasn't in the right format or any of that, but all this was in seconds. All right, yeah, tell me about the combined braking system of the Honda ADV. And then boom, it spits it out, right? And then here's the actual format that I went for the video or the thumbnail. I mean, it took me seconds. It took me seconds to do that. It's just, man, it's amazing. Amazing. Love it, love it, love it. What you can, all the stuff you can find on there. And really invite you guys. Check it out, man. Check it out. Yeah. Only thing I'm going to say about AI is Skynet. All right, let's look up Skynet. Look, it is Big Brother. It is looking out. But Big Brother for me has never been, like, people get upset or worried about like location tracking and stuff like that. And I've always had the mindset of like, look, if you want to see how many times I've been to Walmart and you want to start giving me coupons for Walmart, so be it, right? Like, my life is that boring that I don't really care, right? If people tracking my location or any of that, you know, I mean, it's just, and then it makes me think, like, what are they doing? Where are they going that they don't want people to know? You know, what do you have, some grow that you're doing out in the national forest somewhere? You know, what is it that you're doing? You know, where are you going that you don't want? I don't know. So that's always been me. Like, I'm not overly paranoid about that. And maybe I should be. But yeah. I find it funny. You know what? I realize my mic is a little bit low and I need to switch it out. Good. That worked really well. 1 second. Let's switch out this mic. The batteries on these, I've had these a couple years now. And the battery's been great, but I can tell it doesn't have the battery life that it used to, although, you know, it's been a good hour or so. All right. Good. But yeah, I mean, I'm, like I said, I'm protective of it, but I'm also embracing it in a lot of ways too. Big fan. So why AI? Yeah. Why did I choose? You know, it's just the one I was familiar with, right? I don't know much about any of the other ones. If you have any recommendations, let me know. I'm definitely all about checking it out and seeing what's available. So, but that's the one I just was aware of that I started kicking with. So yeah, if you know any other ones, let me know. Yeah. Also, the other thing that I'm messing with is the other, like, kind of the ads that you can do. Like, there was a logo one. I think there was a website one, so I could maybe potentially have it build me a website. Yeah, there's a bunch of add-ons and enhancements that you can get on that. So, yeah. Chat GPT 4.0 is what that was, right? Yeah, 4.0. Yeah, which I don't need AI for learning from my Google searches. Yeah. For me, the output is just spot on. It's right there. For me, it's the results I want from Google when I do a search. You know, I don't want to skim through like 5 different sponsored ads and that kind of deal to get the output that I want. I want the output that I want. So that's really what I like about AI, is that it seems to be really concise and it's more personalized, right? I give it information that I want it to know about me to give the results that I want. So that's the other thing I really like. And then the writing analysis and things like that so I'm learning, man. It's only been a couple weeks, but I see huge value in just a couple weeks that I've been doing it. Kamigan is a place with beautiful coastal driving. Sikihor and Kamigan, both beautiful. Yeah, I can't wait to get to Kamigan. Yeah, let's check that out. Oh, that's that. Let's remove. Stop screen share, present, share screen, Google Maps, share. Yeah, I can't wait to get out to Kamigan myself. I've heard a lot of great things. So, yeah, I don't know if I'll do that on the trip or not, because I will be right in that area. But Kamigan is on my radar for sure. Yeah, I want to see it. I've heard a lot of people talk about how good Kamigan is. So I'm with you, Dave. Yep. Yeah, no gender discrimination. You know what? In the sense that I don't. I mean, I've been around the gay community quite a bit. I really have been. You know, I've been to drag shows. I remember in the freaking 90s in the Tampa area. So I don't, man. I don't judge people for what they do for the most part. I try not to, and in that context, I don't really at all. Yeah, I don't. There's, one of the I don't really do interview content that much, but there is this lady boy that I would love. I see her every now and then. Sweet, right? Just I'd love to chat with her about what it's like, what's life like what's her world like, what is it like to deal with the foreigners and all that. But I try not to. I don't. I mean, I have my preference, as far as what I like to do in a dating and a partner, but I don't think that my way is the only way. And I don't judge people for having a different like view on what they want to do, right? Like for as far as dating or their preferences. I don't, not at all. And sometimes I'm interested in like what their experience is. Like, what is it like living like that, right? But I don't, man. I don't really have any kind of judgment towards that at all. I do, like I was saying before, I have more judgment towards guys who I feel are taking advantage of situations. That's where I start to get a little bit like, judgy and activated. But as far as like, the whole trans culture and that kind of stuff, I'm not bothered by that at all, or nor even activated by that at all. Yeah. But that's me. That's me. And that's not you, and it's not everybody, and it's not that. But that's who I am in that conversations. Yep. Need some sleep? Yeah, man. I'll see you, Dean. Yep. Yep. Hate culture. You're right. Isn't it crazy, Jones? In our lifetime, man. That's what's so phenomenal about it for me is, man, it like, boom, it flipped. It flipped. It's just so incredible to see how that has changed so dramatically. I do think there's pockets of the United States that are great still. Maybe the Midwest in areas like that you can get to where you can kind of run away from it. But any major city now, man, I don't know. We're just so divided. We're so upset. We're so, this way is the only way. And if you don't agree with me, you're dead to me kind of way of thinking. And you don't even exist as a human. And I'll, be harmful for you physically, verbally. I mean, come on, man. We're just going down the toilet culturally in the West. We really are. We really are. And I'm so grateful and thankful to be in this environment around friendly, non-confrontational people. Now, it does not mean that they're not judgmental and that kind of deal, but they're not going to throw it in your freaking face. They're not going to fight you, that kind of deal. It's just saddening and sickening how the Western culture is it's just running down the toilet, man. It's just craziness. I'm glad to be away from it, honestly. Yeah, I sent you some songs. One about riding your motorcycle in the Philippines. One about Tim K surfing. I sent them on Facebook Messenger. All right, man. I'll check it out. Yeah, thanks, dude. I do get bombarded with messages sometimes, and it is hard to keep up. But that's I try. Been watching a few comedians, and the running joke is Filipinos are Chinese Mexicans. Yeah, I think it's right on. Joe Coy, God, that guy's hilarious. He's so funny. I don't know if he's one of the ones that you're referring to, but God, I find his stuff so funny. It's so great. Yeah. The Chinese Mexicans. Yeah, and I think it's spot on. And my wife is from Mexico, so I have a lot of experience in that culture and learning here too. And yeah, I do. And well, there's a lot of language, right? There's a lot of Spanish words in the language, so there are a lot of ties. The food though is one that's not. It's not a good tie as far as Mexican food and Filipino food, but there are a lot of cultural ties and how they act and behave. It's really a good mix because you have the non-confrontational side of the Philippines and Southeast Asia, but you also have a fiery, passionate side from the Latinas. So I'm a fan. Yes. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Joke. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that guy is so funny, man. I listen to him a lot. There's one skit that he does in particular that I listen to, I don't know, once a month maybe even. It's how you can tell Asians by their accent. Oh my gosh, I freaking die at that one. Especially the Koreans. I don't know if you ever heard the Koreans talk. It is just like that. It's like a stone Scooby-Doo. Oh, I love it, man. It's just that guy is funny, man. He's super funny. Twin Lakes near Dumaguete was super beautiful, like Jurassic Park. Oh, wow. Yeah, let's go look at that, Dave. Appreciate that. That might have to add something on my list there. Twin Lakes. All right. Yeah, bullseye. Appreciate that, man. I will check that out. Save travel plans. Appreciate that, brother. I will go up there and look at that. Yeah, any place that you want to recommend, any of you that you've been to beautiful places, you've or want to go or have seen or any of that, man, I would appreciate the heads up. Yeah, thanks, Dave. Yeah, Chinese Mexicans. Kenny N. Subic. Nice, man. Mm. Yeah, nice. Yeah, funny, right? I think spot on. I remember back when Chat GPT first came out and was still working. The teammates were using Chat to help figure out programming issues. Now work was using it to help it downsize. I agree. Kevin, Kevin, I'm blown away by it. Now, I've been out of the IT industry now for a couple of years, so it wasn't anything that we were doing. But on the support level side, dude, phenomenal. One of the use case examples that I saw was breaking down codes, like error codes. Like, tell me more about whatever, stop 400 error, whatever, right? You know, that kind of use, phenomenal. Or like debugging for programming, like you're saying. Yeah, hey, you know what? I've got this programming error. What does it mean? Where's the line of code that's an error? So many uses in the IT, for sure. I'm sure IT shops are using this left and right. But I also, whatever. I don't worry about replacement, right? I mean, like maybe attorney. I mean, so here's one use case that I see, like for attorney. Like I was in the legal industry, and the example that I use. Hey, you know what? Draft me a legal document for liability, so that way when I rent my motorcycles out, I'm not going to get sued, or it protects me in that type of action. So yeah, I can do it, but I'm still probably going to want an attorney to review it, to check it out. So I think in that similar situation too, where I don't necessarily see that it replaces, but you still have to, you still want to go with a professional. Maybe in certain industries like writing, like novels. I mean, shoot, I could spit out a freaking novel in seconds, right? Yeah. So let's maybe look at that. Let's yeah. What are some industries that are going to be replaced by Chat GPT? I mean, that's an interesting a query for a chat to look at. But yeah, I'm loving it. And I, given my age and my audience, and you and I appreciate it, given what we did professionally. But I think given the age of my audience and stuff like that, people probably really haven't dove into it. Guys, I really invite you to kind of dig and take a look. It's medical stuff, right? We looked at what are the natural remedies for constipation, or side effects for medicine. What are the side effects for these medicines? Medical, legal, it's just there's so many use cases that I see for this, and which was different for me from the fear-based stuff that I was kind of seeing portrayed in the media, right? So I should link a video to. There was a guy that did a video that I really found interesting, that he talked about an Einstein in your back pocket. I don't know the name of that video or whatever, but I found that particular video just really enlightening towards what it is and what are some of the things that you can do with it. So yeah, really cool. Yeah, do you use voice to? I have not tried that. That was one of the uses that I saw also. Is like you're out walking around and you could use the voice piece of it, but I have not used that yet. But I'll probably will as I kind of dive into it more. I just came back from visit to the U.S. Everything is super expensive now. Yeah, for sure. Cost of living is really, really high. I got to go back in May, and I'm already worried about how expensive that trip is going to be. After spending a significant time in Southeast Asia as a single man, it changes you, and your life can never be the same again. And it's a permanent shift in your mindset, and the West will never be enough again. I'm with you. I would, Yeah, in many ways, right? In the dating and the culture, the friendliness of the people. I mean, come on, man. I mean, come on. I mean, beautiful 21, sweet girl, making me, but yeah, she's saying liar, but I mean, come on, making me breakfast, scratching my back. I mean, yeah, I'm ruined. I'm ruined. She's back there laughing. Yeah, how to tell Asians apart? Only by their accents. It is hilarious, man. Dude, that is funny. That is so funny when he's talking about, yeah, the Koreans, the Vietnamese. Sound like a car driving by. Hey, man, why you treat me like that? The Koreans sound like they've been smoking pot all day. Why the camp was it? Vietnamese sound like they've been doing lines of coke all day. Oh, dude, the guy's hilarious. And this talks about his mom. Yeah, if you haven't seen Joe Coy, look him up. The guy is fun. He's really funny, and he's Filipino. So, given the fact that you're watching this, you're into the Philippines. Still, yeah, I'm sure most of you probably seen it, but in case you haven't, you should check him out. Yes, blessed morning, my friend, to our sweetheart. God bless your daily routine. Oh, salamat kayo. Yeah, thank you so much. I would assume you're Filipino based on the generosity of your response. So, salamat kayo. Kumusta imo alao? And I hope you're good there. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Our cool place, one cool place near Bacolod is the ruins. It's an old mansion. Yeah, I think I did hear about the ruins in Bacolod. So I was just talking to a guy's wife who is from Bacolod, and she mentioned the ruins too. Yeah, I think I'll check that out. Yeah, thanks, Dave. Appreciate that. Yes, Merry Christmas. Yes, it's coming, isn't it? It is coming. We got Christmas in full swing here. What do we got there? So not yet, right? Because it's after Thanksgiving in the United States. So you still got a couple more weeks before Christmas hits off. But yeah, definitely full swing Christmas here with the lights, the songs, and all that. Yeah. Saw my first Christmas commercial yesterday. Dude, Jeff, it happens early here, brother. It happens early. I remember, and I don't remember it so much this year, but I remember when I was out here in August. I was out here late August for my scouting trip, and yeah, I left Labor Day back to the United States, so early September, and September 1st, I started hearing Christmas music in the stores. Yeah, yeah, yeah. September, Christmas. Yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild. It happens early here. Yeah, they have a big Christmas spirit, which and I like it. It kind of gives you that Western kind of familiarity. So I like it. Yeah, Mary Jane smiling at your Filipino American accent. No, that's funny. Yes, she loves. That's what's kind of the important things about speaking Philippines is that you you sound like a 2-year-old. So everyone just smiles and laughs and that kind of deal. So I highly recommend learning some words. You date a 21-year-old but have an issue with guys dating 19. 2 years, I guess, is a lot in your opinion. It is, dude. It is. I've actually met guys who, even within an 18, 19-year-old girl, there's so much development that's there. There really are. I've met, admittedly, when I was in Billy Ron, and I didn't have strategies or ideas around that, dating younger girls, but I hung out with a couple of 18-year-old girls, and even between two girls, the level of maturity was night and day. Like one girl was just so immature, you could tell she was young, and while another girl was super mature. And now both of these girls were just friends, and none of that ever happened. I did start to realize, you know what, this age bracket is way too young for me to date. And like I was sharing before, Dave, the fact that I've got a teenage daughter also has a play in my experiences to that. But yeah, the difference between teenage girls and their development, when you talk girls in their late teens and then early 20s as they get into college, man, a year is a world of difference. I mean, even if you look, Dave, at your own development during those years in time, between 16, 17, 18, and 19, there's a lot of development that happens. And in particular, when you look at girls from high school to college, You know, there's a big jump in maturity in that. So yeah, there is a big difference between a 19-year-old girl, a teenage girl, and a girl who's in her early 20s. Big difference in maturity and all of that, right? Yeah, and really, I think just her ability to handle a mature relationship is that's there, and you're not, you know, you're not necessarily taking advantage of someone who's super innocent and naive about the world of relationships. You're dealing with someone who's like been around a little bit. But you're right, my opinion, completely. Yes. Have I voted yet? No, I haven't. I think I am set up. I did it a while ago. I actually need to relook at this. Yeah, you're right, because we're talking almost a couple weeks. So I have not. I think I did set up a remote ballot, and I think I could do it online. I don't know if I'm going to, honestly. I know this is all, in particular, this election. I just don't feel like there's any candidate that really speaks to me, and it's similar to the kind of the last couple of elections for me. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. There wasn't any candidate that really I felt like, you know, I can't. What was it, the Hillary and Trump election in particular for me? I voted for Mickey Mouse. I couldn't vote for either one, man. I mean, just disgusting. I found. Look, and I don't want to piss off people who are either party, because I'm really like, I don't really have a party affiliation. I don't. I find the current politics it is one of the reasons why I left the country. I just can't deal with how it is. In my lifetime, honestly, in my entire lifetime, there has not been one candidate that has spoke to me, that has really been like, you know, I find this person of good character, a good value, that have values to my heart. None of these guys. I feel like they're all criminals. I really do, and I don't mean to offend anybody who's with a particular party, but or there's just, and it's, to me, it's also embarrassing. I mean, these are the best people of our entire country that we could put up to run it. It's just, come on, man. Yeah, I don't see myself now. What I would vote on, I wouldn't vote for the election, but I would vote for stuff that pertained to my region, like schools and stuff like that. I did vote for that, but the primary election, I voted for Mickey Mouse, with the Hillary and Donald election. So I struggle with that, right? Chris, I saw a video where you trained at a great gym in Cebu. Is there a good area to stay in for 2 months near that gym, like walking distance? Yeah, absolutely, Luna. You could stay so that gym is in the IT park. It's in the Ayala Mall. You know what? Let's pull up the map. Because there are so many places to stay there. Where are we at? Yeah, Ayala Mall. That's the guy's Center Mall. Is this it right here? Yeah, Center Block. Yeah, I think that's it, right? Yeah. So this is that area where the gym is at, Ayala Mall Center Block, and around here, man, there are a ton of condos all through here. You can stay at the Avita Tower. There's a 38 Plaza, which is I've talked about that place quite a bit. But Avita Towers is big. 38 Plaza is big. There's condos all through here, really. There's probably, I don't even know, probably close to a dozen different condos that are in that area. I soon hope to offer some condos in that area that I can point you to. But what you could do is get hooked up with a real estate. In the meantime, get hooked up with a real estate broker when you get here, and then you can get properties and stuff like that there. But those are services I'm soon to kind of help you guys out with, is put you up. You can also look to Airbnb and IT Park, and you could get a place there. So yeah. And that would be where you want to search, is IT Park Airbnbs. But yeah, absolutely. Say something sweet to your honey in Filipino. Let's see what her response is. Say something sweet. Wapa oi. She's like, bore it, which is like, I basically told her how beautiful it is. Hey, beautiful. Yeah. And she's like, bore it, liar. Just tried to send you a few dollars on Super Chat. It won't let me. Maybe Mod blocked me, or maybe because I mentioned AI. Oh, wow. I do see a super chat on here for $1.99. Did I get down to it? Or was it up here? Yeah. No, Eric sent me one earlier. Yeah. I'm not sure. That's interesting. I had somebody, maybe it was because I kicked off. No, yeah, somebody's got him here, a super sticker. Yeah, interesting. I'll have to look at that while it's being blocked. But yeah, thank you, though. I appreciate you looking to do that. I appreciate that. Maybe it's because, or maybe because YouTube, because I mentioned using, from AI from a different platform. Yeah, right. I do want to look at other ones too. Like I'm just using the chat one, but I wouldn't mind looking at Google's, as well as I think Apple's got one that are out. Yeah, great place there. By the way, I'm from Cebu too. All right. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I like it here. So I'm here in Rockwell. Beautiful, beautiful place, right? What's her name? Kim Chu, Mateo. Those are all people who own units here. Although I think Kim sold her property somewhat recently. But yeah, man, beautiful, beautiful place here. Big fan of Rockwell. I like it here a lot. Hey, whoever just sent me a super chat, thanks. Oh, that's great, dude. So funny. Oh, hilarious. That's hilarious, dude. How old am I? I am 53. I'll be 54 in a month. Yeah, 54 in a month. I've been here for 2 years. So, yeah, excited to pull the trigger early and semi-retire. Although I don't see myself as retired, mainly because of YouTube and kind of what I do here, and also to creating business and stuff. But I mean, it's definitely a job. That it's kind of a dream, right? Travel around and film stuff. I mean, I don't really get paid for it. Let's be honest, right? My YouTube earnings are just a couple $100 a month. So, but yeah, it's been it's been a exciting adventure for sure. I love it. Open borders, yeah, in United States. I know that's probably a big topic, like everything else that we hear, kind of on repeat, like open borders and whatever. Yeah, immigration. Are we still talking? What's it? Roe versus Wade? Whatever, right? Abortion, all that. It's the same crap my whole life. Yeah, I'm done with that story, right? Oh, you're playing it safe now. Trump is a bum weirdo. Dude, the guy. Look, both of them. Like I said before, too, right? Like, no candidate in my lifetime has ever been like, yeah, man, I believe in who this person is as a human being. Like, I stand for them. I think it's great. I love what they're up to. I love their message. There's never been a guy like that in my entire life, ever. Not one. They don't make it. By the time they get there, they're just so deep in someone's pocket that they can't, right? Yeah, big difference between him and anyone else. So the doubt is not trust American. 68 lawsuits all thrown out. Yeah, no, I agree with that. If there is one thing I do like about that, I think the guy is freaking such a loose cannon, though, right? But I do like the fact that he's like the least political politician. I did like that about him, admittedly. But everything else about him, like his character, man, no, thank you. But that's me. That's me. And it's not the right answer. And it's not that. It's just what I like. I like people who have some morality. I like people who have some character. I like people who stand for generosity and not, whatever, right? I've never seen that in a president, and maybe we never will. Like a Gandhi, that's the kind of person I would be inspired by. Someone who is out for humanity, right? Someone who's out for that. That's who I would like to see in there. Someone just all this crap. I mean, guys, these conversations that we're having, these political stuff, it's the same crap for decades, our whole life. When are we going to grow up and have bigger problems, right? I mean, really, when are we going to kind of grow up and really focus on what it is to get along with each other, to have a country that works, right? When are we going to make those issues instead of this? It's like high school, I really feel like the maturity level of the politics is it's never graduated beyond freshman year. It's just that kind of stuff. It's just like, man, come on. We're the United States. We deserve better than the two candidates that I've seen my whole lifetime, you know, my opinion. Actually, there's a ton of great gyms in Cebu and Lapu-Lapu. Nice, beautiful beaches. Yeah, there's some gyms here. I'm currently going to Anytime Fitness, but there's some gyms here. They're not as nice as what you would have in the West. Like, for example, Planet Fitness. I mean, Planet Fitness, come on. It's like $10 a month, and it's cleaner. It's air conditioned. It's, 10 times the size. It's more modern equipment. So they just don't compare in that world. And also, too, the beaches here in Cebu aren't that great. I mean, they're okay, but they're usually attached to some kind of resort where you have to pay a fee to even get in. I've actually found the beaches outside of Cebu a lot better. Like going up north, a couple hours, Bantayan Island. Let's show that. I'm really a big fan of Bantayan Island. I love it up there, and that will be as I open up my motorcycle tour business and kind of take people around. That'll be a place that I take people, is up there. You can't beat it here. This beach is unbelievable. Yeah, just breathtaking. Yeah, big fan of Coda Beach and the Coda Beach Resort. Stayed there a couple times now. So yeah, Cebu just doesn't, like I said, they've got some beaches here, but they're usually tied with a resort. You're paying that fee. It can be a little bit expensive. Me and my neighbors went to Simula on scooters from Central Negros. It was a very memorable, fun trip with the neighbors. All right. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Yeah, I went to Simula on scooters from Central Negros. Yeah, wow. Cool. Yeah, I love riding around this country. I really do. Love it, love it, love it. And that's going to be the focus of the content really for the next, whatever, period of time while I travel around. So, yeah, man. Yep. Yeah, Borat liar. Yeah, right? Boratan. I'm using a lot, learning a lot. Hey, Chris, you find any skin problems on your body from all the sweat and heat? Many like us get skin from constant dampness, skin rash, or skin fungus, etc. No, actually, have not had any issues like that. Can of beans. Yeah, no. The one thing is just sun exposure. I've gotten, like it was shown earlier, either in this live or the last live, using the sun coat. Just covering stuff up, right? Covering up has been a big strategy for me regarding keeping my skin protected as well as staying cool. But I have not had any kind of skin rashes that I could think of, or anything adverse from the sun or exposure. If anything, I feel like healthier, like I'm getting more vitamin D. I think for me, I just kind of see a little bit of benefits. I've only been kind of really sunburned one time, and it was kind of recently where I was riding back from bye-bye to back to Palm. I didn't have what prompted me to get this is I didn't have a long sleeve with me. So I was riding out with my arms, and my arms baked for like an hour or 2 hours. But even then, it wasn't super bad, like no blister or anything like that. But definitely got burnt. Yeah. I can't think of any skin problems that I've had or any issues like that. Yeah. I have not. Yeah. I have not had any issues. I think Indonesia is a gold mine for dating, but that's just for fewer girls available. Indonesians have less of a chip on their shoulders than Filipinos. Less sadness in their heart. Many speak English. All right. Yeah. All right. Good insight, Dave. Absolutely. That's interesting. Yeah. Is it Jakarta? Is that Indonesia or is that Malaysia? Hold on. Let's go out on the map. Because I know a lot of guys talk about Jakarta for the dating. Where am I at? Yeah, there's Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, Singapore. Yeah, Jakarta. Yeah, I heard a lot of guys talk about that. Yeah, I don't know. And Jakarta is actually really cheap. That was one of the cities that Jakarta and Kuala Lumpur are cities that a lot of people talk about travel. Well, I didn't have the map up, did I? Yeah. Here we go. We got Malaysia. You got Kuala Lumpur. Singapore and Jakarta down there. But Kuala Lumpur is a cheap destination for us to get to from Cebu, as well as Jakarta. Actually, is also really cheap to fly into. Both places I would love to go. I'd love to go out to Malaysia, and Kuala Lumpur is also a really nice hub to get to a lot of Southeast Asia. You can get to Cambodia, Thailand, Vietnam, all through. Those are really inexpensive flights. So, yeah, yep. So I didn't have the map up in there initially. Yeah. When do you have to split for visa stuff and where you're going? So right now you got 3 years on the tourist visa. After 6 months, you have to do an exit clearance, which takes a couple weeks to do. Maybe you could do it from the airport. I'm going to just use JRC. Big fan of JRC. So I'm going to be using them to do my exit interview. And so I need at least 2 weeks, but I will be leaving in May for my daughter's graduation. Yeah. Yep. And I was looking at maybe doing some trips like out to Cambodia before that. So like when I exit out in May, whatever, a couple weeks before, maybe go to Phnom Penh, while I'm leaving, go to Phnom Penh or whatever, and then maybe do my return trip from Bangkok out to back home. So yeah, that was kind of the plan around that. So, but yeah, I've been here. It'll be 2 years in December, and I'm planning on leaving around May. Yeah, and I'll be going back to Colorado, and then I'll probably go back to Ohio. I'll probably do some trips. I'll just go around and see family. Go down and see my boy in Tampa, see my folks in Ohio, and then of course my daughter's graduation in Denver. Me and my neighbors went out yesterday to Simula on the scooter. Very nice and memorable experience. Okay, yeah, nice. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Simula on my scooter. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful down there. Yeah, just south of me here in Cebu, right? Yeah, that's gorgeous. I've been to Simula a couple times. Mary Rose and I, we went out there not too long ago and met Leah and what was the gentleman's name? Blair. Yeah, Leah and Blair. They have a really unique channel. They do a lot of that DNA kind of testing stuff here in the Philippines. Shout out to them. Yeah, really lovely couple, nice couple. But yeah, met up with Leah and Blair out there at Simula. Yeah, really cool. Trump is not a politician. He's a primary American first, which is there's some things, but dude, just the off the hook craziness. I can't, like, it makes me cringe. In all honesty. Look, and I'm not for either one. I think they're both. Honestly, I think they're both kind of gross as people, but it's hard not to be. It's hard not to be gross in a politician. I acknowledge that. Like I said, I think by the time you get to that level in your career, you're already pretty corrupt. So, but look, yeah, teach their own. I'm glad to be in the Philippines and away from all of that. It was one of the reasons why I moved here. Yeah, one of the reasons why I moved. What do you think about old Uncle Bernie Sanders? I love that guy. Just too good to be true for American politics. All right. I don't know much about him other than the mittens, right? That whole mittens thing that happened. But, I guess he's got his stuff too. I don't know much about him. But that's the kind, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, good people, what they're up to and that kind of deal. People who are out for humanity. And it's hard. I get it. When you're in roles of responsibility like that, when you're running stuff, you can't always be rainbows and unicorns, and sometimes you got to be whatever, right? I get that. I do understand that, but do you have to be a criminal, right? Do you have to be, that kind of person? I don't know. Look, I'm not the perfect guy either, but I'm also not running. I'm not running for president. I just look at our, like, out of our entire country. These are the two best people that we can come up with to run it. And I say that, I've said that in every election, I just think they're better people to run the country, more people who have a better core as like for humanity, right? For that kind of deal. There's a star. It just shows you what they're about. They're bought out, man. They're bought out and they're soulless, Yeah. It's too bad. Check out Vivek Ramaswamy. He's basically a younger and smarter version of Trump. All right. Yeah. The type of conversation in the United States dominated by the left: racism, sexism, transgenderism. Yep. Yeah. It is, right? Hate culture. Oof. Yeah, whether it be left or right or whatever, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. People talked about how it's all designed, right, to distract you from the real. And I get that, right? It's a mechanism to distract you, to keep you from focusing on what's important. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm glad to be here and away from it. It's really interesting because it is not even in my radar, not even close, as far as what's going on there. And I'm so glad. Suncoat, great idea. I order some. Yes, very key. One of the latest things I've got. Super key, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, really, really. And it's like you're walking around with shade on. The fabric doesn't get hot. So, and it covers you up so you're not in the sun. Yeah, big fan of the Suncoat. Yep, big fan. Yeah, Dave. Yeah, not knowing what he was talking about. Yeah. Oh, too fun. I spent much time in Indonesia, and I can tell you that it takes a long time to court. And if you break up, you may need to wait 3 months to get new. All right. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, interesting. So a little bit harder, to more into those committed relationships. I got you. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's great. Actually, I like that. I like that type of culture. That the more conservative. And the Philippines is that. And I think that's kind of one of my upsets about it, is because I recognize the conservative nature of the culture. And then I see guys just manipulating it. I see guys taking advantage of it, right? That kind of deal. And, just kind of leaving a bad name for us, right? I mean, the whole thing, like the whole term sexpat, right? I mean, it came out of guys doing that, guys coming here, guys traveling around and just using these girls for sex. That's why we got to be careful. We got to be different. In the Philippines, you can do it in a day. Yeah, you can. Yep, it's true. Yeah. Well, I don't know about a sample. I've known Dave for a while, actually. I met him in person. He's got a different point of view, but I wouldn't describe him as that. He's got a different point of view on stuff, and he has. Well, it's not even different. He has a point of view. He has his point of view. And Dave's been traveling around the world for years. He really has, for decades. I've met him on a couple times. Interesting character, no question, Dave, and you are too. But I wouldn't describe him as a simp. He's a guy he does have a lot of experience. And sometimes I agree with his point of view, and sometimes I don't, but I acknowledge his point of view for what it is. Yeah. Hey, Kevin. Yes. Thank you, brother. Salamacayo. You found it to work. Yeah. It won't let me write about another company. So there's certain things that get blocked, Kevin, like web links and stuff like that. Yeah. So I basically copied in early on in my YouTube journey. I copied in from other channels as far as what to block. So I've got a whole string of text that it'll block certain content. So yeah, unfortunately, it does that. And I can't remember. It is a pretty big document. It was pretty inclusive. And I brought it in as text to block, like sub for sub and that kind of word or language. I'm not saying you're using that, but it's something that you're putting in that would block it. So that's what it is. But thank you so much. I appreciate it, Kevin. Salamat kayo. Expat crap. I'm sorry, but I believe experience it had many times. And you're right. No, I get it. You've had your experience there. I get it. I understand. Yep. Jakarta in Indonesia is one of the best cities in the world. So underrated, much friendlier than Kuala Lumpur. Interesting culture, possible to date girls, futuristic, huge malls, good train system. I want to check out Jakarta. A lot about it. Yep. However, there's a lot of pay for play in Indonesia. Yeah. Similar to Thailand. And there is that here too, honestly, in the Philippines. Much more than I thought. But it occurs differently here. It's like on the dating sites, you won't even realize you're in a pay to play situation. Yeah, really different here. Otherwise, you need to go 3 months, just not a girlfriend. Okay. Yeah, rub and tugs. Yeah, that's also something that's different here too. Those are actually hard to find. They're much more common in the United States than I've seen here, at least in the Cebu City area. And maybe I've been to a lot of massage places, and those aren't very common. 53, yeah, great time to jump on some HRT cycle. Yes, yeah, I used to have a Peloton in the United States, and yeah, I'd love to have a Peloton out here. I don't think they sell them out here. But I try to stay in shape. Admittedly, I've had a little bit of a disconnect with my health and exercise recently. But getting back, we went on a run yesterday. So I'm trying, man. I'm trying. It's so hard because I eat a lot of, I eat whatever. So it's getting harder and harder as the days go by. Right, girl? Are you getting hungry? Gutom kayo? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's time to do a lot more cardio, which I did. I went on a run yesterday. Jakarta, I had a 19-year-old girlfriend. She wants me to come back. I also had changes with other girls. Yeah, chances. Yeah, I've heard a lot about the dating there is really good. Actually, even Cambodia, a buddy of mine was talking about. But it's sweet, like friendliness. Like he met these girls in Cambodia, and they're still like interacting and messaging today. So yeah, just really sweet. Yeah, chances. I got you, Dave. I know what you're up to. Yeah. Yes, but they are not girlfriend material. Most likely hooker. Ah, yeah. That is one of the things I do like about here is as far as like a wife or a girlfriend, you still kind of have, you have that, right? You really do have I mean, like Mary Rose, she wouldn't have been with me if she thought what I was about was just hooking up. She wouldn't have. It was a really funny story about that when we first started dating, right? So, she did not want to date me. She's back there struggling. She didn't want to meet me at first. She didn't. She wanted to, but she didn't, right? And guys, I think this is a really classic, normal experience for a good Filipino province girl. So we first met. So her sister came and a bunch of her friends and stuff like that. We hung out, which is normal. And then we, whatever, that was it. Like we went out and had barbecue and stuff like that. And then we, that went well. So we hung out again. We had a date, but still there was other people around. And then we got to a place that's like, hey, you know what? Let's go back to the hotel, but let's, just hang out and be friends. And that was, so to back up a little bit, like she was not going to meet me. And I said, you know what? Let's not worry about dating. Let's just be friends. Right. So that's kind of how that all started. And then, so I think it was a third or fourth date. We went back and chilled and watched Netflix, joking. But we did go back and watch Netflix. Yeah. We did go back and watch Netflix, but nothing happened, right? But she shared with me afterwards. She goes, Chris, I don't know if you realize this, but I never took off my shoes. And I said, what? She was like, yeah, I never took off my shoes. That way, if I needed to, I could run. She's like, yeah, but really simple. And so we did this like friendship thing like that, whatever, for a couple weeks where, nothing even happened. We just kind of hung out. But yeah, that's the difference I feel with the girls in the Philippines is you can find that sweetness, that innocence, that really great, girlfriend thing if you're looking for that, right? Yeah. Really cool. Really fun. Yeah. Will not be so strong. He's a good guy. Yeah, no worries. I know Dave. I've met him on multiple occasions, and he does have an interesting view on things sometimes. He's brought up some points like on Iloilo and things like that I didn't necessarily see for what I saw, but I do respect his point, and he's got interesting views, and he's a world traveler. He's been traveling around Southeast Asia for decades. Good guy. He admit that he's quirky in his own right too. But he's kind of an actor. He's playing a role in a lot of his life. So he's really, really interesting dude. Yeah, enjoy the poor girls. Don't take it serious. Don't take it so serious. Let's see. These are the kind of, there's some guys that are doing exactly that. They're just traveling around taking advantage of the poor girls. It's like, oh man, yeah. Any chance of collaborating with Filipino vloggers in Flom? Like I would love to. I don't really do a lot of the collaboration stuff just because I feel like I don't know, man. I myself, and I've done some of that. So you really want to pick up, you want to do channels that align with you and what you're doing and the vision, kind of like what you're creating. I don't know, man. Immediately when I think about it, I'm like, yuck, just because of my past experiences with some of that stuff and the amount of kind of work and whatever, and yeah, just alignment of things. And I don't know. I guess if it was right, I could do something, but just kind of show up on someone's channel for the sake of showing up on someone's channel. It's like, I mean, I was on Paul's channel, right? And shout out to Paul and when I met him and stuff like that. And, he asked if I wanted to shoot a video. I'm like, dude, I just want to hang out and chat. But if we could do a video and I could help you out, great. And man, I was so excited, super excited to do that. But honestly, as far as my channel, just because we have different audiences, very different audiences, I don't think I got 2,000 subscribers from being on Old Dogs Paul's channel, right? So it doesn't always pay out. It doesn't always like give you the benefit that you're looking for. And sometimes it could get hurt. So it's really important on those collaborations that when you're doing them, that the two channels kind of mesh up and align. You look at like Commander Dot and Becoming Filipino. Like those guys are out doing tours and motorcycle stuff together. Sure, that's great. Commander Dot's going to see a huge jump from that kind of stuff, So, but not always does it line up. So, but yeah, meeting fellow vloggers, meeting people who are coming in, anyone and everyone. I'd love to meet up. I absolutely love to. I love meeting folks who are coming to the Philippines. But as far as doing collaborative stuff, it's got to be a good fit, right? It's got to work well. It's got to fit well, and just because it's also too not necessarily content I do, But yeah. I have many channels. Okay, yeah, nice, man. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about starting a different channel. I'm thinking about starting a running channel. So I'm thinking about like either the new DJI 3S drone or the new, I think it's Mini 5 Pro that's coming out. I thought about just doing a running channel in the Philippines, and it's going to be a no talking, right? But I would run, like I would have the drone track me, and I would pick really beautiful whatever destinations to go running in, and I would just have it track me as I'm running through either trail running or beach running or all of that stuff. So one, it would get me out there running and have me in work consistent with my commitment to that. And then two, it'd be fun with technology and stuff like that and trying to chase me around. But that was an idea of a channel that I was thinking about making too, here in the Philippines. And I think it would be really cool. I like the idea of not a headless channel, but a channel where I'm not talking at all, and we could set it to sound, set it to music, but really kind of do these really cool runs and through the country. And have the tracking on the drone where it's following me is probably a net camera too, and just do that. So yeah, we'll see. After 1 month, I found a girl in Indonesia. There are plenty of girls there. It takes longer to find in the Philippines. There's only one neighborhood, Jakarta conversion country. Yeah, I struggled a little bit with dating in the Philippines initially, but it was my own fault, not really understanding how it all worked. And then also too, being in the wrong environment. You're hanging out in the Cebu Business Park and the IT Park, dude. Those are the worst places to be for dating. They really are. There's kind of a joke that people say, or that I've heard guys talk about. The Cebu Business Park is a great place to meet men. It's a great place to meet Americans. It's a great place to meet foreigners. A great place to hang out with that. And it is. It's a great place to meet guys, and which is, dude, that is so valuable. It's so valuable when you're coming out to a foreign country. But it really is not a good place to meet women. And that was the mistake that I was making, that I saw a lot of guys make. And that was some of the advice that we'd gotten from bloggers before who were here during times where there weren't a lot of foreigners, right? Yeah, go to the mall, hang out, you'll meet girls like that. Well, ain't the case, man. Ain't the case. Or the girls that you are meeting are hunting you, right? They're there for a reason, sitting there looking at their phone, waiting for you to come by. So I admittedly, was not doing the best of dating strategies. So I struggled. But then as soon as I got out, man, boom, started meeting good province girls who were really interested in dating and that kind of deal. Not into the hookups. Yeah, I mean, if you want to like date a different girl every night, for sure. That's an option in Cebu. And some of that's going to be like what we're talking about, where they're professionals. They're looking for you to pay them. And you might not know until after. So there's a lot of that here in Cebu and Manila and that kind of deal. So, but yeah, yep. Yeah, it's a much better comment. Yeah, align with, yeah, okay. Yep, yep. Well, he's got a different perspective, and I agree. And he's calmed down a little bit too on that as I've talked to him about you and your perspective. I just, two people with different perspectives that I think have both been like, see where each other's coming from. Any meetups planned for coffee? I don't have anything planned, Matt, but if you want to get together, we can. Like the big group meetups, I've kind of actually strayed away from those recently. For many reasons, but some of that's going to be coming back down the road for sure. Some of it's just because I'm on the road traveling. But if you want to meet up for coffee, or if you want to meet up for dinner or lunch or any of that, Matt, I am wide open. So let me know. But as far as like big stuff where I open it up for everyone to come, probably not until I get back from my trip, which could be, I mean, that could be November or December. But if you want to do something on an individual basis, let me know. Let me know the Facebook Messenger through the community group is a great way to do that. Or just right now, we can set something up if you want. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think you guys are understanding each other now. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Like I said, just different opinions, different perspective. No. Well, actually, I think he started doing some stuff, but may not. I think he does have some cameras. Yeah. Why are you tripping? You'll be running multiple faceless channels. Yeah. Yeah. I think the running one's great. The other one I thought about doing is just a riding. And guys, a channel idea that I think is there too is just riding throughout the Philippines faceless, especially in cities. I think you could do that really easily. Well, I don't know. Maybe. Motovlogging isn't, I mean, it's there, but you have to look at the age. Like my motovlog channels or videos don't really do a ton. Not when you compare to like when you do like the sexpat stuff that a lot of people do, the Jerry Springer stuff or whatever. That stuff does really well for the Philippines audience. That's what a lot of folks do. But the motovlog stuff arguably is a niche audience that can take a while to build. And I think I've made mistakes early on in my channel where that wasn't the focus. And so now I've got a lot of the audience from, all the other YouTube channels and stuff like that are out there, and not so much a motovlog audience. That was one of the kind of things, guys, that I suggest if you're looking to do a YouTube channel is just really develop that niche early on and stick to it, man. Because trying to pivot is hard. Because what YouTube thinks when you pivot, when you move to exclusively a type of content and then your audience doesn't watch that, they just think it's bad content. They don't really recognize it as a pivot. So that would be one of my advice to people about doing a YouTube channel. If you're ever looking to come out here and do a YouTube channel, be very clear early on the type of content that you want to make. And realize this too, if you do Jerry Springer content, you get Jerry Springer viewers. So, be mindful of that. Yeah, I'll come if you invite Rike. Right? I'd love to meet with Rike. I would. I'd love to meet with Rike. Yeah. Yeah. So, brother, I have many channels. Okay. Yeah. Was after I wrote about a man that wants to go to Mars and also has a platform. The censorship is insane. I was paid here 17 years and I know the rules. Oh, nice, man. Nice. Yeah. I'm still figuring out the rules. But I am excited about creating a business. I think that's really going to open it up for me. All this stuff that I've been doing, taking guys around, meeting them, helping them adapt and adjust. I'm just really thrilled to partner with some local, powerful people here. And yeah, man, I'm just really thrilled about that. Really, really thrilled. Yeah, I know you're harsh about Ilo. I went there a ton of language thinking it was going to be perfect. And I was really let down. Vloggers hype it up, but I think Davao is much better for cycling. I'm with you, Dave. I only spent a weekend there, and my impressions of Ilo were inconsistent with the hype. I had found that the people weren't as friendly as other regions that I had been in. And I also found it overpriced and no cost savings from like in this region here in Cebu. So was it a bad experience? Not necessarily. I do like the river walk area, and while I do think it's great for cycling, especially if you have like, you know, a bike with mild suspension, you know, that I think it's great in that regard. But is it a city that I'm dying to move to? No, not necessarily. I would much prefer to move to like an Ormoc than an Iloilo, or, you know, potentially CDO if I went to CDO. Just because to me, Iloilo is removed, and you know, it's hard to get back to Cebu. It's hard to get back to Cebu City. It's hard to get back to Manila. See, that's what I kind of think as you're looking at some of these areas, right? How easy is it when you're looking at moving to some of these other cities? How easy is it to get back to Cebu City or Manila? And I think that's a key factor, you know. And when you're looking at Bacolod and Iloilo, there's a boat option, but you're talking overnight, right? It's hard to get back to these areas. If you look at a Bohol, if you look at a Leyte, in comparison, it's easier to get back to Cebu, where if you need to fly out, you need to get out of the country, you got a big typhoon coming and you want to go, or there's an earthquake or a volcano that happened, you want to get out of the country quickly. Some of these other areas are a little bit harder. They add another level of it. Even CDO, in the fact that, I mean, CDO is a little bit easier, probably about the same, like a Bacolod or Iloilo, because you got to go by boat around or airplane to fly over, versus like Bohol is super easy to get back. This whole coast of Leyte, super easy to get back. Dumaguete is actually a pain in the butt to get to Cebu. You either got like a 5-hour bus ride, or, I mean, you know, that kind of deal. And I'm trying to avoid flying, just because I like traveling by motorcycle. So if I can hop on a ferry, you know, easily back to Cebu, that's, to me, that's a convenience. So yeah, but yeah, struggling to figure out what videos to make. It is, dude, it's hard. You know, it's hard. YouTube's, yeah, it's hard, especially if you're not wanting to do Jerry Springer content. I've got a bunch of videos. That I could do, like how I tripled my testosterone by moving to the Philippines, but it's inconsistent with the rest of my content, right? Or a whole video on why to not date teenage girls. I've got a whole bunch. That's the thing, you know, you want to try to be consistent as possible, right? My advice to start a new channel would be start fresh, new Gmail account. If anything happens, it's safer to have it from your main channels. Yeah, Gmail. Okay, all right. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. We start from a fresh Gmail account. It's safer to have it separate from your main channels. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. Plus Jerry Springer comments, right? I don't know why guys would come here to the Philippines and create that. I mean, I guess if your sole, but even then, I'm just going to say, if your sole purpose is to make money and to get views, the thing that they don't realize is that no brand, if you're really about trying to make money, it's not by YouTube and views, right? It's about getting brand sponsorships and deals. Like for me, if Honda would pick me up, or Kawasaki, or Royal Enfield, that's pipe dream, right? But if that's where you do it, and you're not going to get that level of brand sponsorship by doing Jerry Springer content, you're just not going to. Or if you are, it's going to be like dating sites that are just, you know what I mean? So the thing that people don't also understand is when they go down the path of Jerry Springer content, they rule out the ability to really make good money with YouTube by just doing brand sponsorships. And I know a lot of people freak out with a sponsorship, but look at, if you have a channel like mine around motorcycling and travel and stuff like that, it's a really honest and easy transition and approach to bring in that type of sponsorship. I could easily be sponsored by Honda today and talk about, hey, you know what, this NX500 that I'm cruising around, or this Honda ADV 160 that I have, or by anything like that. It's just so much, it's an easy transition for me to talk about their products in a paid way, you know, where I'm now making money outside of that. Views, you don't make crap for views on YouTube unless you're consistently putting out views that are over 100,000. You know, now you're starting to make a couple bucks, right? Yeah. So it's one of the things I think guys miss when they're looking to do content and content creation is brand sponsorship and planning that out down the road. Yeah, I'm pretty sure when you go to Bacolod, you'll like it better than Ilo. Yep. Plus Bacolod SM. Yeah, I can't wait to check it out. My concern around that, Dave, though, is that I'm going to be there during the Mascara Festival, which isn't probably the best representation of Bacolod and how it is. Very much like how Sinulog here in Cebu is not a good representation of how Cebu is. So, but yeah, I'm excited to check it out for sure. Yeah. Chris, have you ever heard of Van Boys, an American blogger in his 20s who came to the Philippines? Crazy guy. I've not heard of Van Boys. Yeah. No, I haven't. Let's look them up. I've not heard of Van Boys. We got time here, although I'm getting a little gutum. Are you getting hungry, boy, girl? Oh, where'd you go? Sorry, I was typing in boy. Fanboys, 80,000 subscribers. Wow. Unique Thailand daily adventure vlogs. Never stops over. They're flipping people off. Yeah, no, that looks a little bit kind of crazy. Yeah, no, I don't know anything about it. Worst day ever in the Philippines 3 weeks ago. Yeah. Thailand versus Philippines, which is better for traveling? Yeah, I don't know anything about him. Although that guy looks familiar. I think I might have seen him around. Anyways, yeah, I don't know the channel. I don't know it. I was just kind of looking at it. Yeah, crazy guy. I can see. Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you. I just realized I'll have to make a video to tell you what I wanted to say about AI and the best place to use it. Appreciate that, Kevin. I really do, dude. I really appreciate it. It is something that has piqued my interests, and I'm loving what I'm seeing on it. I just absolutely love it. I love the output. I love the information I'm getting. I see it extremely valuable and something I wanted to use to improve my life in general. I mean, it's Einstein in your back pocket. It's a personal assistant. Really exciting. And the person that said use a fresh Gmail account, it's all under your social security number that you have to keep your channels clean and by the rules. Good to know, Kevin. Yeah, thanks, man. Really appreciate that, dude. You've been around the block, eh? Yeah, I also like Bacolod. Yeah, I can't wait. Like I said, though, I feel like I may not get the best representation of the city based on the fact that it's going to be absolutely bombarded, right, with guys like me. But I'm excited to check it out. Yeah, I also like by a city near Dumaguete. Yeah, let's look at that, see if we can find it. I have not heard of that city. Oh, yeah, up here. Yeah, there's a guy up there, right? Like, isn't It's Me? Is that him? Is he up there? Yeah. Yeah, it looks great. I think I'll be going through there because I'm going to go down on my way back from Bacolod. I'm going to probably ride down through this way. I don't think I'm going to ride that route. Somebody was saying it's really not that any good. So I'll probably ride down. Yeah, I'll probably come through that city. Yeah, I'll check that out. I also like Sky Flakes and Peanut Nips. Sky Flakes? What the heck are Sky Flakes and Peanut Nips, man? All right, let's look at that. What the heck are Sky Flakes and Peanut Nips? Hold on. Sky. Oh, are those freaking wafer things you get in on the airplane? Okay. Oh no, just a cracker. All right. Peanut Nips. Oh, too funny, man. Oh, dude, you guys are funny. You guys are funny. And if anyone needs video ideas, use AI. Please give me 10 video ideas about living in the Philippines with descriptions that will go viral. Yes, it is, man. AI is freaking epic. Yeah, you'll get amazing ideas. I agree, man. I'm I don't use it obviously to create like videos, like I shoot the content, but video descriptions, titling, maybe creating thumbnails, although that last thumbnail is a little bit cartoony. So granted, I can learn from that and develop it, but I'm a fan, man. Anything, any kind of personal assistant or any of that, I'm good. Manboy's is a young American vlogger who uses his iPhone and hooks up with hot girls. It is pretty clueless and pretty clueless usually and friendly. All right, it sounds a lot like me. If you use AdSense, it'll always be under the same email, but your channels really should be all under separate Gmails and all linked to the same AdSense Gmail. Okay. If you get hacked or get your channel terminated, if they all under Gmail first, you could lose everything. Okay. Yeah. I think a couple guys have gotten hacked too. I've heard a little bit about that. Yeah, Skyflakes and crackers are like saltines. Yeah, I had to look that up. Hey, Jim, how you doing, brother? My wife gets them all the time in the U.S. Yeah. Ask your girlfriend about peanut nips. Babe. I don't know where she's at. Oye. Ayo. Ayo. Careful with your lack of shirt. What are peanut nips?
Is it a food?
Yes.
This one, I'll show you.
Did you just take a shower?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess we have some. Nips. Ah, never tried them. Never tried them. Also, never display your channel's email under your contact me section. It's always a separate email account for that. Okay. Your contact me. I do have my email address listed there, don't I? Yeah, what other YouTube advice you guys got, man? Obviously, I need it. Obviously, I need it. What's this battery? I got a low battery here. Hold on. Something's about ready to run out of battery. I think it's this guy. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah. What other YouTube tips and tricks we got, guys? We got a couple of vloggers on here. How about wrap it up here in a little bit? But yeah, it's good stuff. Out of all the Philippines chocolates, nips are the best. Yeah. I get peanut M&Ms. The peanut M&Ms are pretty good here. There's that chocolate. Hey, babe. Hi-oh. So that's what you say when you go into a store and nobody's there. It's like hello or something like that. Hey, what's the ice cream that we get?
Huh?
What's the ice cream that we get?
Magnum?
Is that it? Magnum?
Yeah. Magnum with almonds.
Magnum with almonds?
Yeah.
That is a really good ice cream bar. Let me go. Hi-oh.
You say that when you're buying something.
When you walk into a store and nobody's there?
Yeah, or in the house.
Or walk into a house? Okay. If you get the peanut nips, you'll like them. Yeah, I'll have to try that. Oops, I skipped over one. Yeah. Yes, you've been to the 7-Eleven. Yeah. Those Magnum ones with almonds, those are really delicious. I like those a lot. Those are good. Yeah, they have those all over. 7-Elevens are big here, man. 7-Elevens, they're like the community centers. You could go, if it doesn't have a really good coffee shop, you go into the 7-Eleven, you can hang out there. You'll meet a lot of people too, in like any provinces. 7-Elevens are fun to hang out at, actually. Yes. Jim says looking good. Just got out of the shower. I don't know what we're going to do today. I think we're going to get out here in a little bit. Maybe go for a ride up in the mountains. You want to? Yeah, she loves riding. So we'll probably get on a little bit of ride, go up, see what it's like. Head out there here in a little bit. Yes. La me cayó. Yeah, those are super delicious. What other ice cream do we get? Or that's our favorite now, right? That's our go-to.
We got last time cornetto, but
yeah,
like
cornetto. They have a caramel one that I can't ever find. You know what I mean? The caramel. I think it's got like a green label on there. That one's pretty good. But your 7-Eleven doesn't really have that. But yeah, those almond magnums are delicioso. Masarap. Yeah, the drumstick for 30 pesos. Have we tried the drumstick? No. It's different, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. All right, tip. Thumbnails are key. It's like fishing. The best thumbnail will get the click. Yeah, you're not completing with just content. You're completing for the initial click. If you don't get the click, you are done. That's so true, Kevin. And my thumbnails arguably have been kind of weak, but they talk to a little bit about a strategy, like even just consistent is one of the things. So if you look at my guy, Dork in the Road, right? The dual sport blogger out of whatever, his thumbnails are pretty much similar. He's got his Dork in the Road banner up the left, which is really unique. But yeah, no, I hear you. I'll do some more work on thumbnails, but I don't know. I don't really like the super AI stuff that I kind of just put out on my last video. It was kind of a test to see how that would go. But I do see a combination of importing a picture and having AI kind of manipulate that picture a little bit for me for a better thumbnail. So yeah, I'm with you. I need to do some improvement on that. It is something I'm working on. Yeah. How we going to stay fit? All that food talking. I know it, right?
Mango float.
Eating a lot of mango float. Oh, we still have mango float, don't we?
Yeah.
Hey guys, can you grab it for a second? Have you guys ever seen mango float? Mary Rose made some mango float the other day. Oh my gosh, so delicious, so good. But you're right.
I ate earlier.
So what we have today, what we've been trying to do is we started running again. But yeah, but look at that, man. You've got condensed milk, you've got graham, you got mangoes. Oh my gosh, it's so yummy.
I ate earlier too.
Yeah, I mean, look at that big old plate, man.
We have 3 of them, and this is the only one.
Right? Yeah, too funny, man. She made it. Yeah, she made it. I'll get down to her comment here in just a second. You always have great content. Yeah, thanks, Jim. I appreciate it. Thanks for all your work put into videos. It's fun for me, guys, too. That's the thing. I just enjoy it, man. And, granted, would I like to get more views and stuff on that, my comment? Honestly, yeah, that would be nice, but it's not all about that. And I have to constantly remind myself that. Not constantly, but, it's like, hey, this is about fun for you. Just keep enjoying it. Keep having fun. Keep building the community. Keep sticking to this type of stuff where it's, try to be real and authentic. And also, too, there's a fundamental thing there for me is I want the good guys to come here. You know what I mean? I've talked a lot about that in this live, too, is, I'm really committed to, having good men come here and have good intentions and that kind of stuff. And I don't know how to do that, but just, keep, presenting that type of message to people. Let's just be good men when we're out here, that kind of deal. So yeah, I'm enjoying it, and maybe that it's a platform for that, but just helping guys out to adjust and that kind of deal. But yeah, no, thank you, Jim. I appreciate it. I hope Mary Rose is okay about being naturally dark skinned. I never stop being angry at Filipinos who say dark skin is ugly. She's actually fine with it. Her mom's commented on, you've been out traveling around, you're getting darker. She's like, I don't care. I'm having fun. Yeah, she doesn't care about that, which is unique. You're right. A lot of Filipinos care about skin color, and they try to avoid whether possible. And I believe in sun protection and taking care of your skin, but that's a different conversation than I'm too dark and I'm unattractive, right? Mary Rose doesn't have that conversation at all about that. So yeah, I'm with you, Dave. I'm with you. Yeah. Buang? Yes, mango float. Lami kayo. Yeah, so sweet. So sweet. She made it. Yeah. How long did it take you to make?
Just 10 minutes.
10
the tray.
10 minutes for the tray. Super easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super easy.
Yeah.
You just need to overnight the cream and the onions.
Yeah.
In the fridge.
Overnight in the fridge.
Yeah.
You put it in the freezer for a little bit too, right? Or is that just to kind of speed it up?
Yeah. Just to...
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Sweet girl. Yeah. Yeah. It's nice with graham crackers. Yeah. Y'all make that. That's the second time she's made it. She made it right before we came. Yeah, right before I left Lette, which I didn't eat it there, but she ate it. So technically it's the second time she made it, but the first time where I've tried it here. Yeah, really good. Super delicious. Yeah, I saw AI thumbnails with hot Filipinos really blew up, but then everyone started copying. Yes, now I'm not sure it worked because everyone's doing it. I think you're right. I think we have to, I think you're right on. We have to almost be a little bit careful about the level of AI that we put into a lot of our content because people have a bad kind of perception towards AI. I'm with you. The super AI kind of real fake thumbnails. Yeah, I really want to try to figure out a way that works for me and my channel. Whether if it's I upload an image and I ask it to put in text around that, might be something I could see. I don't know if I'll do like the latest video that I did with the Honda ADV 160. Actually, really personally, I like the thumbnail. I think it's really cool. But the thing I don't like about thumbnails, and that upsets me a little bit, is does it really represent the content in the video, right? Or is it, there's a fine line between clickbait and having a good thumbnail, and I struggle with that, and that's kind of one of the things I don't like about the AI generated thumbnails. It's clearly not from anything in the video. It's a cartoon. So yeah, I want to kind of figure that out for my own kind of how I want to do it. But I can envision taking it like a clip, like we usually go upload to Canva, right? But I could see taking that clip, instead of uploading it to Canva, uploading it to whatever chat and say, hey, you know what? Manipulate this image so that it's a thumbnail for YouTube and that it claims this title and that kind of deal. You know what I'm saying? I could see myself doing that here real soon. Yeah, she'll make me. I know, dude. I'm actually. It's not her fault. Yeah, love the Peruvian flute band, Nathan Walker. Yeah, all right. My wife, or what are you saying, Jim? Yeah, graham crackers. Yeah, your wife makes quite often. Okay, yeah, it's good. Let me. Please make a live with a killer background, like on the beach, showing the ocean. I think that will bring in more people and just look pretty. Yeah, you know what, Kevin? One of the things I will be doing as the technology develops is I'm going to be getting the Elon Musk the satellite, the mini one, right? It's about the size of a sheet of paper. It's not available here in the Philippines, but I will be getting it. And one of the things I want to do, Kevin, I want to shoot live from your right outside. With that, shoot live outside. Either shoot live from my motorcycle while I'm riding around, or shoot live from like a location, like on the beach. You're absolutely right. I'm going to be doing that for sure. I will be doing that. Yep. Yeah, good stuff, Kevin. I appreciate that. Yeah, Philippines does not have the best. Oh yeah, it does have the best mangoes. It does. I love the mangoes here. The mangoes are amazing. Mangoes and coconuts. The mangoes, they're so juicy and so good. You almost need to take a shower after you have one. I mean, they're that kind of juicy. And the coconuts, honestly, I didn't like coconut in the West. I didn't. I thought it was gross. But the coconut here is so delicious. Dave, a big fan of the, what do you call it? What's that stinky? What's that really stinky fruit? Durian. Dave is a big fan of durian, but he says you got to get it in Mindanao. It's really good in Mindanao. It's like fresh. So like, oh, I figured it out, babe. It's like the fresh oranges in Florida, like Florida oranges in Colorado, not the same animal, right? The durian in Mindanao is so much better. I haven't tried it yet, but I'll try it at some point, I think. You should do a monthly live panel like Phil in the Philippines. Okay. Yeah. All right. Like bring other people in. Sure. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, bring other people in. I wonder if Paul would be down with that. That would be fun. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll reach out to Paul, see if he'd be down with that. Yeah, good. Actually, really great suggestion. I appreciate that. Yeah, Chris, for me, I would never put any of my girls on my camera. It's a rule. I'm understand completely. I don't know if you noticed this, but I made that mistake, right? But with Mary Rose, she's there, but she's not. You know, she's mic'd up in that last video, and that's the first time I think I've ever had a mic on her. So I learned that lesson initially early on too. So Mary Rose will be here as I'm doing stuff, but just kind of like that, right? I understand though. You're right. It's a concern. Yeah. Well, it's there but not, and I'm an idiot. But thank you. I appreciate it. James, what's up? Mango float right there is in with avocado pie. It's so true, man. Avocado pie. Let me go. So delicious. I hope you're good, man. Yeah, I hope you're good. But you're right. It is a concern. It's just kind of going back to this. Yeah, it is. It is. And you know, talking about the guy, it's me, and up in Negros, whatever that town is. I you know, and all these guys that put their spouse up, even Paul with baby May. You know, how many guys are just, you know, just flirting and all that stuff. Now, you know, granted that takes a level of maturity in the relationship, where it's not a factor, but you know, it can be. You know, the next thing you know, your girl's disappeared, and you know, meeting with other guys. So it is, or other things. There's many reasons why it's just not a good idea. I understand. I'm with you. Mango float. Yeah. Do you know where I can find a ferry and bus terminal, bus timetables relating to Cebu? Well, I would use Chat GBT to pull that stuff up. There's the problem with the ferries is they're like four or five different ferry companies that all operate out of Cebu, and there is really no, that I know of, a centralized place that manages that listings of that. So I would go to Chat GBT or similar AI to pull up that table for you. Right? That's where I would go for that. Yeah. Have you tried doing vertical live streams with a swipe up feature? It could bring in more views. Vertical live streams. No, I have not tried that. Huh. With a swipe up feature. Okay. Interesting. I have not tried that. Yeah. I've cloned my voice using 11 Labs and used Chat GPT to write scripts and use Midjourney for thumbnails. Yes. I know you can clone your voice within that and then do a lot like Rike, right? Rike does a lot of that. He uses, he basically has got voice, his stuff is really automated, really, you know, genius kind of stuff, right? And it's all random, his images are all random stuff. Yeah, really, really powerful what he's done there. Yeah, I you know, maybe down the road I could look at that, but now I'm really about trying to create like real stuff. Yeah, I love mango and pineapple smoothie with orange juice. Yes, mangoes are good. Pineapples are good. Ormoc is known for its pineapples, right? Yeah, really interesting plant. I hadn't had a lot of knowledge how they were grown previously. I actually plucked my first pineapple when I was in Leyte. You know, yeah, really small kind of bush, really pointy, spiky bush, and then you just kind of walk up and pop that little pineapple off. Yeah. For some reason, I thought it was a tree. Yeah. Anyways, I'd love to have some pineapples. I'd love to have some bananas and mangoes, jackfruit. I'd love to have also too those little yellow kind of round. It's like a grape. Those are really good. Hey, babe. Yeah. Anyways, can't remember those. And those little red kind of spongy weird star things. Those are good too. Star fruit is also good. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the fruits here. I've not tried it, but I think I might try it in Mindanao. I think it is better. Yeah, I think it is better there than here. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name of it initially. Yeah, you'll be there in 2 weeks now. All right, James, nice dude. So I'll probably be in Mindanao then, but I'll be back around for sure. I'll be back around, but I'm starting off a big travel trip coming up. Only a non-idiot would say that they're an idiot. You know, thank you though. I appreciate it, but you know, I don't know, man. I'm kind of an average bear. You know, I didn't go very far in our education system, and you know, part of that was just I just couldn't like. It's interesting. Like, we never stop being who we are. and my life coming out here, just kind of getting away from drama and chaos, that's been a reoccurring theme most of my life. Just kind of avoiding people who are committed to kind of that, and that really has been my whole life. And but yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I've done a lot of non-traditional education, and a lot of it in the area of ontology, and just kind of studying ways of being. I think that has been the most impactful thing in my life, and really just kind of allowed me to kind of give up a lot of stories or things about myself or just people in general, and has allowed me to live kind of a straight life, I would want to say, or an authentic life maybe. But I don't know, man. But thank you. I appreciate that. One of the stories that I have about myself is that I'm, whatever. I'm just kind of an idiot, which, whatever. My mind works a little bit differently. I do feel that. Well, works the same as all humans, but thanks, man. I appreciate you guys being here. I do. At Why You Tripping, the way you think you're going to try and find channel and subscribe. Good stuff, brother. But I don't like Portrait Live. Nobody's perfect. We need horizontal. Yeah, I like yeah. Portrait Live works for like other platforms like TikTok. So I recently posted my stuff on TikTok too. I'm branching out there. I could see doing Portrait Live with TikTok for sure. Yeah, I do want to do lives from the motorcycle. I mean, can you imagine riding around the Philippines live from a motorcycle, or whatever, out on Bacolod, that nice beach scenes and stuff like that? Yeah, that'll be fun, man. It's coming. I got to get the technology. Yeah. Philippines, well, it's just my personal channel for fun, so I don't use it for any AI stuff on this one. Yeah, cool. Mr. Dave, it's just Davao City has the great durian. Yeah, Kinapawan also, but I haven't been there. Only about half the durian you see actually tastes good. Huh, interesting. Being friends with a vendor is key for best selection. All right, yeah, thanks, man. I know you're a big fan of that, and I've talked a lot about that. I'd be interested to try it, kind of like I was saying before too, in the areas that are really good where it's coming from. I do relate it to Florida oranges in Colorado, right? Isn't the vertical live streams recorded with a phone? Yeah, I think you could record it with a phone and put it out on other platforms. Yeah, like I said, TikTok would be a platform that you'd want to put that on. Outside of Davao, kind of the durian is more expensive and usually not too ripe. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Not sure. Maybe you can do it on a laptop. I'm not a streamer. Yeah, no worries. Yes, that one. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. I didn't make this video fully, but I did shoot a lot of content where we were up in one of her friends' properties, Michelle's property, hiking around. Her and her sister climbed up these trees and picked those dang things, man. That was awesome. These girls, man, scooting up these trees, it was crazy. They're tiny, right? They're like 70, 80-pound girls just scooting right up. Ching, ching, ching. I'm laughing. Mary Rose was in a dress, although, she had pants on because she knew she was going to be climbing trees. I mean, come on, that's just so cool. Meeting girls like that, or just kind of go, yeah, that was a fun time. I wish I had shot that video. It's one of the things I actually need to improve on, honestly. I shoot a lot of content that never goes to video. Like last night, I started to shoot a video on the Mayan restaurant. I'm so what do you call spontaneous that a little more preparation in my videos would go a long way, and I see that for myself. Honestly, not being so spontaneous on my videos would be something I could do that would really improve my channel. I feel, I don't know, because I do, like I was saying, I miss out a lot on some videos that I see like I shot partially or not fully. Yeah. But vertical mode, you can simply swipe up like a TikTok and go to the next stream. Okay, yeah, it'll keep getting random Girls in the Philippines. Oh, okay, maybe it's the algorithm. Okay, I got you. All right. You'll see during run all over Mindanao, but it might not be good. Okay. Have you looked into streaming on Kick too? Could be another source of income. Okay. However, chat on Kick yeah, can be more toxic. Okay. I've not looked at streaming on Kick. What is that about? Kick live stream. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to check into that too. I have not heard of anything about that. Okay. Yeah, vertical on YouTube. It's newish. It's being pushed out now. Okay. I do know that they just came out with 3-minute shorts, right? Which is great because I've got 3-minute content that I've been pushing to other platforms and not to YouTube because of that. Okay, that's cool though. Check out Marissa Bratz for an example, and then try swipe up. You'll be sent down a wormhole of random live streams. Wow. Yeah. All right. That's really cool. Interesting. Yes. What's up, man? Yes. Late good morning. Yeah. Good morning. Mayong buntag. Magandang umaga. Good luck explaining the Philippines to your friends back at home. They'll never understand you. Neither will the sexpats who only stay in Angela City. Well, I wish they would only stay in Angela City. I wish. But they don't. They're like, yeah, they travel out. We should all listen to each other's sides. Yeah. And YouTube and everything else in life. I'm with you, brother. Some things are set, but new ideas should always be open to others. Life is a journey. We talk together. Amen, brother. I'm with you. No, absolutely. Also, Steve, you can make a lot more money on a platform by a man that wants to go to Mars. Just saying. Oh, that's great. Kick is the new Twitch, mostly gamers, but I also follow sexpats in Pattaya. Interesting. Kick is the new Twitch. Yep, I gotcha. Because Twitch was mostly gamers. I used to do Twitch years ago. Mostly gamers, but I follow sexpats on Pattaya. Interesting. Chris, sorry, I was thinking about the guitar player with your last name. Yeah, no worries. Dude, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my last name too, Stevens, right? But a lot of people call me Steve. That has been that way like my whole life. I think I maybe should have been named Steve. I actually get called that much. I answer to it. You know, seriously. I get called Steve all the time. Really interesting. All right, guys. 2.5 hours on this live. I don't even know how long I was on the other live, but I'm gonna bounce out. I'm gonna get me some food. My waistline is going down, but really appreciate guys, everyone being here, especially the last part of the conversation too, where we talked about YouTube. I find that really interesting and fascinating, and love talking about that. But with that said, we're gonna bounce out. I think we're gonna hop on the bike. We're gonna ride up the canyon, and we're going to maybe grab some lunch and hang out up there in the mountains a little bit, and then come back here, and we're going to maybe shoot a video on the apartment here. So, all right. Really, thanks so much, guys. Ampin. Ayo, ayo.